been getting better against lefties. That was a real strength last year. When he is on, it's amazing how the message doesn't really change from AJ or when you analyze and set up a game with Jack Flaherty. It always goes back to that fastball location.
Right.
And you look at his last 4 starts, and it's a bad start against Pittsburgh on a day when he felt like he had good stuff. 2 outstanding starts against 2 hot teams and big offenses in Toronto, at Philadelphia, that hostile environment. 12 innings, 1 run against those 2 offenses, and then a real dud against an undermanned Twins team his last time out. So he does remain a bit of a puzzle, but it does feel like the common thread is when the fastball's on, Jack Flaherty's good.
When the fastball's on and when the fastball command is where Jack Flaherty wants it to be, he can be on. His breaking ball, his ability to spin the baseball is very consistent. The problem is it only plays to the level it can play to when that fastball command is where he wants it to be. Up, down, inside, outside, glove side, arm side, however you want to look at it. When he's able to put the fastball where he wants to, then he's able to do what he can do with the spin, which is throw it, both of them, both the curveball and the slider, in the zone for strikes, and maybe in hitters' counts where it's like 2-1, or maybe it's a 1-1 count, you want to spin the breaking ball in there, he's able to land that. And also, too, when he gets to 2 strikes, he can go below the zone for chase or go, backdoor to especially left-handed hitters for the strikeouts looking. So when his fastball command is where it needs to be, he can use those slider and the curveball to its full effectiveness.
Tigers and Chicago White Sox, game 2 of a 3-game series. Tigers and White Sox. Tigers will try to win the series with a win tonight. The grounds crew right now has just dumped the remaining water off the tarp. They're clearly going to have some work to do on the field. You can see standing water on the dirt under the tarp, and so they will have some work to do. We are hearing that right now looks like a 7:30 start. We will confirm that in the next half hour or so. Right now for our affiliates, kind of plan on that, and we'll update that down the line. Tigers and Chicago White Sox getting ready for game 2. We'll start in a rain delay. As soon as we have the official start time, we'll pass it along to you. Right now, let's send it back to our affiliates along the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
All tied up there in the bottom of the second inning. We got a rain delay in the south side of Chicago with the Chi Sox taking on Detroit, Washington, KC, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, just underway in St. Louis, Colorado, also in a rain delay. Again, some inclement weather impacting some of those Midwestern matchups. I'm here at Casa de Evans, just outside of Champaign, Illinois. And it's raining cats and dogs right now. So I think that's definitely how it is a couple hours north of me in Chicago and about 3 hours southwest of me there in St. Louis. Friendly reminder, folks, if you want to talk MLB bets with us, you want to talk futures in college football, the NFL, WNBA, or our personal favorite, some fantasy football. Draft season is here. And you have questions, maybe got some keeper dilemmas. Ryan Horvath and I are here to help. Really simple.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel,
What?
where? Squirrel, where?
Oh, no. How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So
Yes,
one of
sir.
us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Of action, more than we probably possibly can here in this segment. Then at the end, we're going to do another edition of our Coup de Cash, our hot hit parlay of the night, a 5-legger, and Freddie Freeman did us wrong last night. He was the only leg that didn't come through. Hit 4 out of the 5. Sadly, 4 of the 5 doesn't count in the world of sports betting. So let's go ahead and get after it. Ryan, step to the dish and batter up.
All right, after each bet tonight, Kenny, I will give a Bob Uecker quote, because while I hate the Brewers, Bob was one of the best. The GOAT, him and Harry Carey. Yes. We'll go Harry Carey tomorrow night. All right, so let's jinx the Brewers tonight. We already gave that bet out. We're on Skeens and the Pirates. I was thinking about doing a little parlay action, maybe going like 6Ks, 7Ks, and the Pirates, but instead, I'm going to go with this one. Let's go with the hitter prop, and we are going to tonight fade DeScalfani, as we like to do here on this show, and we're going to do it with former Cub great, joking, Jock Peterson. Not the biggest sample size, but in his career against DeScalfani, he's 9 for 19 with 4 homers, 6 RBI, a 474 betting average, and right now we could get that plus 350. So far this season, Peterson, only 4 dingers, 9 RBI, has been beat up, a 144 batting average, but I like this price. And I like the career history. Let's go with a little Major League quote. You could close the book on Kellner, thank God.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
There we go. How about that?
Oh, double down on the Yuka. I absolutely love that. Great call there. All right. My pick tonight, and I better take out insurance policy, admittedly, on this one. Got to call the Geico Gecko, but I think Nestor Cortez will be somewhat nasty tonight. Give me the over. 15.5 outs. It is matchup by the Bay against the Giants. A plus 130. Yeah, I got seduced by that juice. Cortez has only gone over this in 1 of 3 starts. He's only had 3 starts this entire season, so it's been a little bit rocky in the early going. Last time out against the Arizona Diamondbacks, had 76 pitches. Hopefully he's going to throw at least 85 tonight. That's the goal. You look at San Francisco, they have been not so great offensively here of late. Over the last couple of weeks, number 25 in WRC plus, and on the year against southpaw pitchers, which Cortez is, even worse. They're second to last in Major League Baseball in WRC plus. So Nestor Cortez, I need you to go for at least 5 1/3 innings in San Francisco. Do that, I cash in at plus 130. Kenny, touch them all.
Tell them, Rush. It's incredibly hard.
Well, I definitely hope that you win your bet, but I hope we get like a nice 1-0 victory for San Francisco, because that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Giants minus 120 tonight, even though, like you just said, Brad, they just right now really cannot hit, especially against lefties in August. A 427 OPS, 25 WRC plus, and 100 plate appearances. Well, we got Robbie Ray on the mound. And right now he is dealing. Overall this season, he's got a 2.85 ERA. Hasn't allowed more than 2 runs, or he has allowed more than 2 runs just once in his last 8 starts. And the Padres have a 6.68 OPS, 107 WRC plus against lefties this season. So we will take a shot with San Francisco minus 135. Just a bit outside.
You play ball like a girl!
All right, I'm going to go with Ramon Laureano on the over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBI, also known as HRR, also known as Hair. He's now a member of the San Diego Padres, and of course on the road in this matchup again against the Giants. Laureano has been hot here of late. Over his last 15 games, batting .340 with 11 RBI. 5 times already in the month of August. He's cashed in on the over on the Her. And he's going against Robert Ray. Great history against him. 5-9 lifetime with a double and a home run, including an RBI. Ray in his last 5, respectable but not outstanding, 3.72 ERA. Kenny, let's turn 2.
Ball 4. Ball 8. Boy, how can these guys lay off pitches that close?
You know, I was going to bet the A's tonight. I don't know that I want to do it and fade Tampa Bay. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double down on the Chicago Cubs, who right now, believe it or not, guys, actually have a runner in scoring position. And it's Dansby Swanson on second right now. So 1-0 Blue Jays. We're in the top of the third. The Cubs are right now, you could either go run line, just not to lose by 2 runs, plus 1.5, minus 130. I'll bet that small. And then we'll take the Cubs on the money line, plus 165. Again, hoping to get off the schneid. And just like that, we got 2 on with no outs, and you can still get the Cubs plus money. I got a good feeling they're going to win a baseball game tonight. So Cubs plus 165, and on the run line, minus 135. Watch them strand both of these runners. But here's where Berrios, he's at 42 pitches. I think here's where we fade him. And here's a good little Bob Uecker quote for you guys. The way to catch a knuckleball is to wait until it stops rolling and then pick it up.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, I love that call on the Cubs. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm logging in my BetMGM count quickly. I'm going to go Shea Langoliers to get an RBI at plus 120, taking on the Rays, who he's massacred this season. 6-12 against Tampa on the year. He's got a hit in 10 of his last 12 games, and over the last 30 days, batting .404 with a dozen homers and 22 RBIs going against Shane Baz, who was 3 for 6 against lifetime. Baz got a 9.5 ERA in his last 4 starts. So Shea Langoliers get RBI at plus 120. All right, it's time for our crew to cash. All these guys got to do is get a hit, and hopefully we will then cash in as a group. I'll bat leadoff, and I'm going to double down again on Shea Langoliers. Again, hit in 10 of his last 12 games, 6-12 against Tampa this season. He's batting over 400 over the last 30 days. Do you need any more evidence? Of course you don't. Ryan, who's your guy?
I am a coward, and I am going to go with Shohei Ohtani, who's batting .284 this season with 42 homers and 78 RBI. No career history against the guys that he's facing tonight, but I don't care. It's Ohtani.
All right, Kenny, who's your guy?
Nick Kurtz, the Rookie of the Year.
All right, go with Nick Kurtz of the Athletics. Addie.
Yeah, give me Dominic Smith, who has a .343 batting average with 12 hits and a homer in his last 10 games. So feeling pretty good about that. Not like I was about Freak.
All right, and Monty's rolling with Helio Ramos, who's got a lead matchup at batters-box.com. He's got to hit in 82% of the games when he has a lead matchup. So again, Langoliers, Ohtani, Kurtz, Dominic Smith, Helio Ramos, Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro, and Cinco de Amigos, plus 324 at BetMGM. We come back. Clay Baker's going to be joining us talking Raiders. Stick around. This is BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Don't miss out on the action. If you missed the show, you can listen back on the Always Free.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You want to help make betting great again? Join Zach Wolchuk.
I went the overs on both. I just think that's kind of the new age NBA right now. Even if one side, it doesn't end up being competitive, one team should be putting up a crazy amount of points.
And Eric...
pitches it through his window.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft, it's got an outboard motor, it's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
A lot of traffic, like, I don't watch football, whatever. I don't want to lose to those people. Like, that's the whole reason I got out of horseback riding. Because I was tired of losing to, like, overweight girls that just had really well-trained horses. It wasn't them, it was the horse. Like, I don't want to lose in bowling either. Like, when it's somebody's, like, 5'1" girlfriend that granny-style bowls and like, oh, another strike.
The Daily Tip, morning 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern from the BetMGM Network, America's home for wagertainment, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. Let the chaos commence.
We are the betting show.
There is no other show on the planet that packs in more picks nightly.
With the big noise, Brad Evans.
Oh, sharp action. They gotta listen to the sharps. Get the heck out of here with that nonsense. I'm on JMU as well. Drake, hate the Drake. Love the Drake, hate the Drake. No, you never fade the Drake.
And the mad better, Ryan Horvat.
But keep the points special. I'll keep cashing tickets around here on Odyssey. Yeah, put me at night, baby, for recash tickets.
They're bringing the heat and helping you cash in big.
It's a lock. It's over. It's a guarantee. It's easy money.
Nobody wants to bet Seattle U, except for this guy. They're going to win this game outright, but I'll be safe and take the points plus 6.5.
And delivering the late night sweats.
And it's gone. It's gone. Oh, and it's gone. No way. Gone. Holy God. It is gone. I need to celebrate tonight with my family. Do it for my kids. Do it for my boy.
It's BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Welcome back to BetMGM tonight. Brian the Big Noise Evans with you. Ryan Horvat along for the ride on this hashtag Team Huevos Tuesday. We're going to be talking Raiders with Clay Baker here momentarily. A lot of interesting questions that we are going to fire away in his general direction. But before we bring on Clay, a further reminder, if you want to talk fantasy football with us, how about NFL betting in the futures market, college football futures, Major League Baseball action tonight, or in the WNBA? Simple way that you can contact Tori and I. Just pick up the phone and dial us fools at 833-732-3875. 833-732-3875. Again, don't be shy if you have any fantasy football keeper dilemmas. Ryan and I are here to help. You can also fire your questions and comments. Share those on the X or Twitter at BetMGM Tonight. Again, on X at BetMGM Tonight. Horvey is going to be ecstatic because Pete Alonso went yard. He called it. He hit a round tripper as the Mets are already up 5-1 right now against the Bravos. The Cubs at the bases jammed. Carson Kelly, revenge game. I'm hoping that's going to be the narrative. 2 outs. They're down 1-0. Hopefully they can knock this thing up or possibly get the lead. But right now we got to abandon baseball and go to the National Football League. Let's out to the phone lines right now and talk to Clay Baker, host of the Morning Tailgate on Raider Nation Radio. Make sure you follow Clay on X, or he's always giving it to you there at Clay Baker Radio. Again, on X at Clay Baker Radio. Clay, welcome to BetMGM Tonight. Straight away from me, the fantasy football community is harshly overreacting to the first preseason game, specifically on Ashton Genty, who finished with -1 yard on 3 carries. Often in the past few days, I've seen him slipping around 2 of 12-team exercises. What gives you optimism? He'll be among the league leaders in total yards and touchdowns this season. A few weeks back, this Jim Jack took the over on 999.5 rush yards for Genty at -115. Do you think that cashes? Just give me your general expectations of Genty in year 1.
Yeah, I think it's like the overreaction is there after week 1 where you see a, kind of a collapse on the Raiders offensive line. They can't get anything going. And at the same time, we are kind of like met with this resistance of like, well, what do we remember from our last look at Ashton Genty? Well, the last 2 years at Boise State, right? You got 2,600 plus rushing yards. You got, massive numbers and touchdowns scored on the rushing. So you'd have to think, even though that there has been 6 running backs since 2020 that have got, rookie rushing yards over 1,000 yards a year, you would have to think that Ashton Genty is a prime candidate for that. So I would rather light a candle than curse through darkness. Yes, I think he can get that over. But it's going to be a sweat, man, because even in the division of the AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs 4th in points allowed. Denver 3rd in points allowed. Chargers 1st in points allowed. What? So it's like at the same time where you have this great mix of philosophy with Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator, and Pete Carroll as a head coach. That's a run-first philosophy. You think that he's going to be the man. I'm just saying it's going to be a hard test to get to that 1,000. You may be sweating it to the final month.
Clay, I'm glad that you brought up, the Chip Kelly hire, obviously Pete Carroll coming over, and this being maybe more of a run-first offense with the Ashton Genty draft pick, because I was looking at Geno Smith's season-long props, and his touchdown number seems short. It's only 20.5. Last year I know the interceptions went up, but he still threw 21 touchdown passes. Now he has this offense with Brock Bowers and with Jacoby Myers and with Ashton Genty. What kind of season are you expecting? Did you like the pickup, especially when you consider the fact he's going to see the Broncos defense twice, the Chiefs defense twice, and then that Chargers defense twice? What kind of year are you expecting from Geno, year 1 with the Raiders?
I still think he can get over that 20 as far as passing touchdowns is concerned. And it's because of a combination of things. And one of them is, of course, Brock Bowers. You got an all-pro tight end that is very, very, he and Geno already have this great chemistry. He is very, very pumped to have Geno on this team because of Geno's accuracy. But even at the tight end position, you still got somebody like Michael Mayer, who is a big body in the end zone. Couple that with Jacoby Myers, 1,000 yards receiving last year, and Trey Tucker, who was a guy they drafted out of Cincinnati in 2023. You see, some of these guys, these wide receivers, they've been on the bench in a way. Like, you feel like, yeah, they've been starting a bunch of games, but the past 2 seasons for the Raiders' anemic offense, they're not getting the rock. And if they are, it's like everyone knows that they are. It's been predicated. It's so predictable. But they got this one long threat. They drafted Dante Thornton out of Tennessee in the 4th round, and he also has built a great chemistry of going deep, going the long ball. We're talking like 4.3 speed, big target. That is somebody that's going to really like relish the opportunity to have that big playability, kind of like Tyler Lockett did with Geno Smith in that first year. So I still like them to get over 20, even though that seems to be unprecedented territory for the past 5 years in Raiders history, because even Derek Carr struggled to get to 20 passing touchdowns each year.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we all love Max Crosby, but some concerns, about that defense, especially in that division. If they're in shootouts, he's probably dropping back more. So I do like the over on the touchdown passes at 20.5. You brought up Brock Bowers and kind of hit on him, but, for fantasy owners, some people have him rated number 1. Some have him right behind McBride. Last year as a rookie, 112 receptions, over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. Can he duplicate those numbers or have an even better season? Or does he maybe take a back seat, with more weapons in this offense? What are your expectations for him?
They're using him a lot. From what I see in the portions of practice that they give us, and what we're getting a sense of is that he's getting a lot of run, and he's getting a lot more looks. In fact, they're more quality targets now. Because they're able to stretch the field with guys like Dante Thornton and another rookie, Jack Besh, that they got out of the 2nd round, they're really developing this wonderful bubble in the middle of the field for Brock Bowers. But let's also remember what he's able to do. He's somebody that can line up in all the positions, and you don't have to worry about him. So Brock Bowers in the slot at certain times, this is just consistently a guy that's going to get the ball, going to get yards after the catch, and he's somebody that's also going to be a red zone target. So I would have to think he duplicates that number pretty well, because Geno Smith is going to be that one guy that helps an offense like the Raiders stay on the field longer. So there's going to be more opportunities for somebody like Brock Bowers to attain to that level. But there's something very special about him. He is a guy that is constantly, doesn't say very much on the field. He just constantly lets his work talk. And I think that's the perfect identity for what this Raiders team is trying to get. Just try to go under the radar. We're not going to do a lot of talking, but we're going to hit you very hard, being very physical. Brock Bowers embodies that, and I think he finally has a best friend in somebody like Geno Smith who can accurately get him the ball in the right time and space.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Brock Bowers, highly bankable in fantasy football this year. We're talking to Clay Baker, host of the Morning Tailgate on Raider Nation Radio. Give him a follow on X, would you kindly, at Clay Baker Radio. Again, on X, at Clay Baker Radio. Clay, over the weekend, this fantasy football loudmouth shelled out $18 for Jacoby Myers in a points per reception auction draft. What are your thoughts on Vegas's unheralded targets eater? Do you think he reaches 1,000 yards this season? You could bet on exactly him doing that at BetMGM right now at plus 240.
Oh, that's juicy. That's kind of juicy because look at a guy like Jacoby Myers' career arc with bad quarterbacks, okay, with like below average quarterback play from Jimmy Garoppolo to Aiden O'Connell and Minshew last year. Enough already. This guy now has somebody that has Geno Smith in the fold, and what we've seen already with Jacoby Smith is Jacoby Myers is a soldier. Jacoby Myers is a guy that is constantly on the field. He never comes off the field. So given time with somebody that can go and actually show you, even with poor quarterback play and very predictable offense, I can still attain 1,000 yards receiving. I think he's going to be one of the go-to targets. I think that is a guy that's going to be, kind of under the radar, but somebody for a PPR, like you got to really relish somebody that can stay on the field that well and finally get a chance to be determined as someone that could be your number one receiver outside of Brock Bowers in the wide receiver room.
Yeah, I think a floor for him, assuming you play 17 games this season, is probably 80 catches. And the fact you're getting me a plus 240 to get to 1,000 yards at BetMGM, I'll throw the phrase out there I often use here on BetMGM when I see a bet I love, Clay, is that is a gift from the gambling gods, to say the least. Clay, we'll get you out of here on this. Outside of the big offensive names on roster that we've already discussed, who could possibly make unexpected noise in Sin City this season? Has anybody in camp grabbed your attention?
Okay, I'll go back to the Dante Thornton, the 4th-round pick out of Tennessee. Watch him, find him in the mid-levels when people have already started to, kind of dwindle on wide receiver opportunities. Yeah, it's kind of like wide receivers and the Raiders, they don't mix very well, but this guy is somebody who's now stretching the field. He's got this early chemistry with Geno Smith, and all they've been doing is going deep with Dante Thornton. He actually has made some nice catches in the recent practice, the open practice they had at Legion Stadium, as well as, a little bit in that game against Seattle. Let's watch what he does this week in joint practice, and then you'll really get a chance to see against the 49ers and in the preseason, because I have a feeling they're going to play pretty long with the starters, at least 3 series. And you get a chance to see how they are juggling the wide receiver that's going to go deep for that long ball until he gets figured out. Because Dante Thornton did play a couple years in Oregon, but we know how wide receivers that come out of Tennessee, they seem to be very, very limited on their route tree. Dante Thornton's not that guy. So don't think of him as like somebody that's just going to go on fly routes, because that's what he learned in college. He's getting great separation for a rookie wide receiver. That's something that you really got to take hold of. So as a sneaky pick, find Dante Thornton in the mid-levels, and you'll be laughing when it comes December.
I could be laughing all the way back. Excellent call on Dante Thornton. Maybe some James Jett vibes that he's giving off to go old school Raiders on you. Outstanding stuff there from Clay Baker, host of the Morning Tailgate on Raider Nation Radio. Give him a follow on X at Clay Baker Radio. Again on X at Clay Baker Radio. Clay, we appreciate the time. And please, as the season gets underway, let's catch up as things unfold.
Brad, Ryan, I would love that. I hope you have a very good and wonderful, prosperous night. Thanks for having me.
Oh, fantastic. We hope to have a wonderful and prosperous night on Major League Baseball bets as well. That was tremendous. Excellent insights, and that's why I love talking a lot of boots on the ground. I mean, Dante Thornton, nobody was really remotely thinking about him in a fantasy draft right now. I think his availability is like 99.9%, but there are always guys every single year that emerge from the woodworks, that come out of left field and make an instant impact in the world of fantasy football. Maybe he's like the Bucky Irving of wide receivers this year. Somebody that in a 14-team or deeper league can get ultra cheap and could make, a sizable impact for you at some point this season. The one thing I want to get back to, though, was that Jacoby Myers question I asked. I mean, he described that bet of him hitting 1,000 receiving yards as very juicy at plus 240. I saw that price and I was dumbfounded. Again, I think BetMGM is just, luring people to take their money, purposely so, because Meyer should be able to get there. He looks like the WR1 uncontestably in this offense, so you can maybe argue that Brock Bowers truly is the WR1.
Yeah, man, especially, if you're talking fantasy purposes, once Devontae Adams left for New York, he was wide receiver number 18. He was a top 20 wide receiver, and he was 19th in target share, so the targets are going to be there even with Brock Bowers. And now, they're going to be quality targets. I thought that was a really good point. You got to look at who's been behind center for the Raiders. It's been Aiden O'Connell and Jimmy Garoppolo. Now you upgrade with Geno Smith, depending what you think about Geno. So, yeah, I think he could be a top 20, top 25 wide receiver, man, because the targets are going to be there. And, I like, Thornton as well. I really liked him at Tennessee. He's kind of thin for 6'5". He's like 205 pounds. But I think he could eventually be a difference maker, but he's not going to steal many targets away from Jacoby Myers, man. So I think 1,000 yards is very doable as long as he stays healthy, plays 13 to 14 games even.
Yeah, I think he's a surefire WR3 on the premium high end through and through is one Jacoby Myers. All right, we got to take a little siesta here on BetMGM tonight. When we come back from the Pro Gridiron to the junior version, we're doing another edition of College Cash, continuing our preview of Mountain West Conference schools. Don't you go anywhere, fools. This is BetMGM tonight.
Let's go. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do these 3 words make you cringe? Calcium oxalate stones. If so, then this message will be a huge relief, because now there's a kidney health supplement that has shown in laboratory tests to reduce the rate of calcium oxalate crystal growth by 99%. That's right, 99%. It's called Kidney Cop, Calcium Oxalate Protector, and nothing else comes close to its success. In fact, it has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Kidney Cop is so innovative, it's been awarded 5 U.S. patents, is recommended by doctors and pharmacists, and is winning rave reviews from people all over the country. You can be one of them. Kidney Cop is super affordable. You can purchase affordable Kidney Cop today by visiting Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com. If you cringe when you hear the words calcium oxalate and you worry about reoccurrence, then you need Kidney Cop right away. Purchase Kidney Cop today at Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com.
These statements have not been reviewed by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sponsored by Calcium Oxalate Labs, Inc.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points!
Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Where do you like your receipt?
In the bag!
Sorry, in the bag, please. Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The countdown is over.
I also like to bet. I like to bet on preseason football. And if you don't, I got 2 words for you.
It's time to take back your sacred Sundays.
You guys feel that? A little rumble? You know what that is? That's the beginning of football season.
The BetMGM Network has got every angle covered.
A really good head coach, Hall of Fame quarterback, a defense stacked with playmakers. And the betting market looks at this team and just goes,
From props to season win totals.
I have the worst record.
Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
It's time to place your bets. This is BetMGM Tonight on the BetMGM Network.
against our beloved Chicago Cubs. Javier Assad, welcome back to the rotation. We thought this may be a shot of adrenaline in the arm for a team that's really struggling right now. Certainly not the case as Clement hits his 9th bomb of the season. Bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0 Toronto Blue Jays over the struggle bus, bound Chicago Cubs who just seem they're belted in right now. They're fixed. They can't get out of that seat on the struggle bus, man. That team is just sinking and sinking fast. It would not remotely surprise me if they missed the playoffs in their entirety. Other action right now in the world of Major League Baseball, 1-0. End of the 7th inning, Seattle over the Baltimore Orioles. 3-3 now. Miami has tied it up. Heading in the bottom of 6 in C-Town, taking on Cleveland. We're in a rain delay. Reds were up on Philadelphia, but again, that one is at a stoppage. A lot of big storms popping here in the Midwest. The Yankees up 4-1. On the Minnesota Twins, heading in the bottom of the 4th inning, and 4-0 Blue Jays over our Cubs. The Mets were up 4-1. Now it's 5-3 over the Atlanta Braves in the top of the 4th inning. Chicago, the White Sox still in that rain delay against Detroit. 1-0 Kansas City over Washington. 1-0. Debt, taxes, and Brewers wins. They're winning again. Now they're up 2-0. Just add another run on the board against Paul Skeens. Wilson Contreras with an RBI double. Sal Frelick just scored, and he scored the other run because he knocked himself in with a home run, a solo shot. We're in a rain delay in St. Louis with Rockies and Cardinals, 0-0. Rangers, D-backs, 0-0. Red Sox and Astros, those 2 games early on. We'll keep you up to date on the action on the diamond. But a further reminder before we get to college cash, if you would have talked fantasy football with us, you would have talked college football futures, NFL futures, maybe.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that. They should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
A lot of steak, no vegetables. No vegetables? No vegetables.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Prepared the field. This is one of the great grounds crews in all of baseball that got this field ready to play, and we are getting ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series, Tigers and Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Like you said, Dan, it did not look like we were getting this one in. Didn't look playable at all. They've done a fantastic job. Hopefully the rain is staying out of the area. It looks like we're going to get some baseball in tonight.
Lineups are about to be exchanged at home plate. Tigers took Game 1, 2-1, 9th inning home run from Spencer Torkelson yesterday. Let's take a look at the details of those lineups with Bobby.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan. And what up, though, Detroit? Tiger fans, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Comerica. Only one bank's been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. We'll start first with your visiting Detroit Tigers. They'll go this way, leading off. The DH is Colt Keith. Gleyber Torres will bat second and play second base. Kerry Carpenter is out in right field. He'll hit third. Batting fourth is your left fielder, Riley Green. Spencer Torkelson is over at first base. He'll hit fifth. Wenzel Perez gets to start in center field this evening. He'll bat sixth. Zach McKinstry is over at third base. He'll hit seventh. The 8th place hitter is Dylan Dingler behind the plate. And Trey Sweeney will get the start tonight at shortstop, batting 9th. For the homestanding Chicago White Sox, leading off is the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Lenine Sosa will play second base and bat second. Colson Montgomery, their young, exciting shortstop, will hit third.
Get yourself ready. Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that? What is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's a good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana?
If he doesn't throw him in there, don't chase. Chasing for him gives him an opportunity to induce weak contact and extend this outing. You want to get him out of here as soon as possible, and the best way to do is to hit him out of here. When he comes inside that box, go ahead, boom, knock him out of there. But don't chase him around the zone.
Tigers offense really kind of quietly, we talked about that stretch where they only drew 13 walks in 13 games, but quietly, Bobby, starting with that last game against Toronto, at the end of that stretch where they lost 12 of 13, this Tigers offense has been very productive the last 14 games. Tigers have gone 9-5. They've averaged almost 6 runs a game. They're hitting the ball hard. They're starting to draw more walks, but they've hit 25 home runs in those 14 games.
Yeah, they've flashed the power, Dan, and we love to see that. But as important, if not more important, is the traffic they've had on the bases, the first to third, the 2 base advances, the home to thirds when you didn't think they were going to go for triples. Those types of things put pressure on the defense, and it makes everybody aware that this Tiger team will run and create a little bit of chaos on the bases.
Chicago White Sox come in with a record of 43-76. The Tigers at the three-quarter pole, if you will, 120 games in, 69-51. Game time weather brought to you by Clean Express Auto Wash. That's the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers. Fast, easy, clean, and free vacuums. 79 degrees under cloudy skies as we get this game underway. Just a very light breeze. There are some, again, heavy storms with heavy winds through the Chicago area. Some local flooding around the ballpark and in Chicago. But, again, we are good to go for Game 2 of this 3-game series tonight. Our first pitch tonight will be brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers now get ready to face a young man making his first start for the White Sox, 25-year-old native of Venezuela, Yoendris Gomez. Colt Keith will lead off for the Tigers. Torres and Carpenter to follow. Gomez on the rubber, and Las Diaz has the hand up, so before he settles in behind the catcher, he was holding things up. And now we're ready. Gomez works toward the third base side. Colt Keith digs in, hitting .261. He's just had a solid season. First pitch is a fastball that runs away. Swing and a miss. And we are underway here at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. So glad to have you along for Game 2 of this 3-game series. The strike one, swing and a pop-up down the left field line. Benintendi, long run into foul territory, is there to make the catch. Colt Keith, little pop-up down the left field line. Long run for Benintendi. Nice running catch in shallow left field. One up and one down here in the first.
Yeah, Gomez out there on the mound. Tall right-handers. It's kind of a low three-quarters or a mid-three-quarters arm angle. It's a quick arm, slingy motion. He has a lot of delivery. Herky-jerky type of delivery, but then the arm slings at you kind of late, but it's a quick arm, good fastball. little life on there, little arm side run, even to the four-seamer.
Brings up Gleyber Torres hitting .268, 13 home runs, 57 RBIs. Fastball swing and miss away from Gleyber Torres. There's a lot to like about this Tigers offense. Again, you just kind of check in. We check in all season long, but 80 games in, 120 games in when you're 3/4 of the way into the season. And the numbers have remained remarkably unchanged. Fastball away from early in the year. This has been a top 5 offense all season. Yes, there have been some ups and downs. The swing and a foul. The power production has been very consistent all year. Always think about the kind of the traits that most good offenses have. It kind of changes year to year. It used to be you had to walk and slug. That's not necessarily the case anymore. Slider head high. Torres dives out of the batter's box. There's kind of 3 constants year in and year out. If you just want to boil it down to a few simple factors, you got to hit the fastball.
Oh, yeah.
My partner's been talking about that for a couple years. And if you want just one number to look at, the teams that slug the best are usually the teams that are top 5 offenses, year in and year out. If you want to pick just one number. And that's where the Tigers have made a big improvement this year. They are hitting with power, top 5 in home runs. You want to look at slugging percentage, you want to look at isolated power, they are in the top 5, the 2-2 away. And they've gone from the very bottom, hitting 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs, Bobby, to hitting both. Top 3 against the fastball, 4-seam, top 6 against the sinker, and this guy at the plate has been a big part of that. Gleyber Torres waiting on a 3-2, and this is not a big strike throw on the mound. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Luis Robert Jr. back 2 steps to his left, makes the catch, 2 outs here in the first.
Yeah, Dan, listen, to continue on that point, I mean, I guess it's changed a little bit in the modern baseball, but when I was coming through, early to mid-2000s, your hitting coaches, your coordinators, the people in the front office, they just told you want to get to the big leagues, you got to dominate the fastball. You want to stay in the big leagues, you got to dominate the fastball. And if you do that collectively as a team, you do that as an organization, that's when your production will rise. And it still holds true. You can numbers everything you want to, but teams that hit the heater do well.
Kerry Carpenter takes a pitch up and away, ball 1. This is a guy who can certainly hit the heater. His production has been mostly against 2-seam sinking fastballs, but it feels like he's on to everything right now. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go too far? Yes, he did. As Diaz, our home plate umpire today, the crew chief. Dan Bellino at first, Brian O'Nora at second. Mike Estabrook is tonight's third base umpire. Just underway after a rain delay of 50 minutes. Original game time was supposed to be 6:40. We started at 7:30. Curry digs in and then calls time. It's interesting. Curry was saying the other day he's hit 5 home runs since coming off the IL. He said,
Five-year-old on the hill for the White Sox out of Venezuela. Two and two.
2-2, swing and a miss. That's a good curveball down below the knees. Carpenter frustrated, but pretty sharp late breaking pitch from the righty Gomez. Carpenter strikes out in a 1-2-3 first for Gomez, just up from the minor league.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard.
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Do you suffer from back or neck pain? Trinity Health has the latest methods and technology to help. Our team looks at many treatment options to create a plan that's right for you. From physical therapy and pain management to advanced spine surgery. Say goodbye to living with pain. Reach out to the Trinity Health Spine Program and get back to enjoying your daily activities. TrinityHealthMI.org/spine. Trinity Health. We see all of you.
Mike Tauchman at the plate. White Sox scoreless game, bottom of the first. Getting ready to face the 29-year-old from Burbank, California, making his 24th start of the year, Jack Flaherty. Ball 1 to Tauchman, now the 1-0. Fastball perfect. Right away, not always, but right away you can usually get a feel for the night, how the night might go for Jack Flaherty with his early fastball location. That was a perfectly located 1-0 fastball. Curveball away to the lefty Tauchman. Sosa Montgomery, another lefty, due up here in the first.
Yeah, Dan, even that first pitch of the game was a ball, but it was just off the outside edge. So looks like he may have his early command here.
2-1, fly ball, right center field, deep trouble on the run. Carpenter, oh, he's going to reach out, make the catch right in front of the fence in deepest right center field. What a fine play. The best we've seen from Kerry Carpenter this year. Got a great break, hauled in a deep drive.
Without a doubt, that ball was smashed off the bat of Mike Tauchman. It was a slider that got too much of the zone, down and into Tauchman. And Kerry Carpenter took an unbelievable route and made this catch, got on his horse. Great break, great route efficiency, and covered all the ground he needed to cover to get there.
Fly ball to center off the bat of Lenin Sosa. This is deep, and this is at the wall, and this one is caught at the top of the wall by Wenzel Perez. 2 balls crushed by the White Sox. 2 fine catches. Perez had to get back quickly. Not a home run robbery, but right at the top of the wall.
No, tremendous. Another tremendous play by a Tiger outfielder again. Wenzel Perez. Oof. Tremendous drop step over that right shoulder. Doesn't take his eyes off the ball. Didn't feel the need to do so. Did a nice job of having that right hand out. Try to find that wall. He found it. And he found the ball as well.
1 off a slider, 1 off a fastball. 2 crushed baseballs. 1 left the bat at 101, 1 at 105. 1-0 to Montgomery. Be careful here.
Right.
This guy's been on a tear. First inning today, brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Colson Montgomery, a rookie, has come up and he's delivered a bang to this offense. Big thumping bat, swing and a miss, and a really nice curveball. Down in the dirt by the time it got to the glove of Dylan Dingler. 1-2.
Yeah, crisp breaking ball right there. And Jack Flaherty.
Montgomery's going to step out for a moment. Did not hit a home run his first 14 games in the Major League. Came up after hitting just below 220 with solid but not great power numbers in the minor leagues. Well, now he's hit 10 home runs in his last 66 at-bats. And it's consistent all fields power. 1-2, swinging a foul off the glove of Dylan Dingler. The count remains 1-2. Well, those are the kinds of outs that sometimes can lift the pitcher. It's like, okay, I just got away with 2.
Right.
Now let's settle in.
Let's dial this thing in a little bit.
The 1-2. Hard slider down and in. Jack Flaherty, again, the reason we talk about the fastball, he pitches off the fastball, even if he pitches kind of backwards sometimes. His best pitches this year, curveball, he's only really got 3. The fastball, slider, curveball. Curveball's been his best pitch, followed by the fastball. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball away. Gets Colson Montgomery. 2 fine defensive plays on 2 crushed fly balls, and then the strikeout. And in the end, a 1-2-3 first inning for Jack Flaherty. We go to the second inning, scoreless. Tigers and White Sox, game 2 of a 3-game series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Our second inning today is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery, introducing the new Tigers Instant Game Poll Tab and 2 online games. Riley Green leads off, scoreless game, second inning, first pitch, high fly ball, right field, jammed him just a little bit. Talkman to his right, 2 steps, makes a catch, 1 pitch, 1 out. Good aggressive swing at a fastball, just got in a little.
Yeah, the fastball plays a little bit with Gomez. Like I said, low 3/4 delivery, slingy arm motion. But he gets a tremendous extension. And we've talked a lot about that the last couple nights with some guys that get out there a little bit, just literally releasing that ball closer to home plate. It makes it feel like essentially 2 or 3 miles an hour faster than it is.
Not a premium strike thrower. He's not a strike thrower. So far, he's been very good. Fastball strike to Spencer Torkelson. But again, you're just looking really at a very small sample size in the major leagues. 31 innings over 3 seasons. So 2 innings a couple of years ago, 11 innings last year with the Yankees, 18 innings with 3 different teams this year. First appearance since May. Slider strike, that's a perfect pitch. Sharp late break at 86 on the outside edge. Walk rate in his career is 6/9. That's 20. teams in 4 weeks. To his credit, he went down to AAA and pitched very well. Mostly 3, 4, and 5 inning outings. Slider down and away. Torkelson with a big home run last night, 26th of the year, banged it off the foul pole. Beautiful sight in a 1-1 game in the 9th inning.
Oh, boy.
Waiting on the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a foul, time for dollars on deck. Slider away on the plate, but not a hanger. It's got some bite. Meade is at third base tonight. Montgomery impressed athlete at short.
Absolutely.
Stood there for a moment. Balls that hit the
on the meat part of the hand.
I think torque. It didn't look like it hit the knob of the bat, to be honest. I think he's got to sell that just a little bit more.
I think you're right, Dan. I think you're right. After that replay, we're getting a great look at it on our FanDuel Sports Monitor.
Because he stood there for a moment, so I thought I hit the knob, and then he started to...
Oh, wait, I should grab this. Maybe I should shake it out a little bit.
You got to sell it a little bit more and
jump around, perhaps.
Wow. And...
I think you might be able to, maybe you, and Torque doesn't have one of those grips on his bat where he hangs that pinky over.
Get hit.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
I mean, they might not overturn this, but he didn't get hit. That was off the knob of the bat.
I would have to agree with you. You have to get Torque some acting lessons.
Instant replay. Opposing batter and ended up hitting a home. Torque's like, but my hand, it hurts.
Yeah.
How did we saw this the other day. What was it? The check swing or opposing batter and ended up hitting a home run. So
I'm fine with that. That works right here.
Torque comes back to home plate, gets the equipment back on, the elbow guard, and let's see if we can do some damage here. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Vincent Perez waiting on deck. We're scoreless in the 2nd inning.
Was that Campero? The one off Scooble?
Might have been.
I think it was.
Somebody was going to go down to first, and I can't remember. He thought that
next pitch, whack.
Yeah, next pitch was.
I think it was Campero.
Now Torque ready. The 2-2 yanks a 96-mile-an-hour fastball down and away. Not too often. Pitch number 9 is ball 3. Gomez, a big guy. Keith is 23. That's 7 players 26 years old or younger. That there is upside for all of these guys still.
Without a doubt. I don't think any of them have touched their ceiling.
The 0-2 up and away. And I think that's what the Tigers excited, and they're like, look at the improvement, and there is still 26 years old or younger, that there is upside for all of these guys still.
Without a doubt, I don't think any of them have touched their ceiling.
The 0-2, up and away. And I think that's what gets the Tigers excited. And they're like, look at the improvement, and there is still 26 years old or younger, that there is upside for all of these guys still.
Without a doubt, I don't think any of them have touched their ceiling.
The 0-2. Up and 26 years old or younger, that there is upside for all of these guys still.
Without a doubt, I don't think any of them have touched their ceiling.
The 0-2, up and away. And I think that's what gets the Tigers excited. And they're like, look at the improvement, and there is still
names bring you in, our low prices bring you back. So get in the game and save at Dunham Sports in Waterford.
Enjoy hot deals on Meyer brand back-to-school must-haves all season long. Save on lunchtime essentials like Meyer peanut butter, Meyer grape jelly, and Meyer round top bread, just $1.39 each. Saving a good deal more on your favorite Meyer brand must-haves is a good deal better all season long. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Get Motor City Clean at Clean Express Auto Wash, and wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
Luis Robert Jr. leads off. We're in the second inning, scoreless. Tigers and White Sox. Dan Dickerson, Bobby Scales, glad to have you along. Game 2 of the 3-game series. Jenny Hornatsky, Billy Carambellis, our engineers tonight. Luis Robert Jr. takes a breaking ball low and away. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Perfectly located fastball down and away. We had a beautiful double rainbow after the heavy rains moved through, and the sun came out for a minute while they cleared the field and prepared the field. The 1-1. Fastball in at 91 has Luis Robert Jr. turning out of the way, and now as the sun begins to set, beautiful. Before, Bobby, you just gave up 2 smoked baseballs. They were both out, so like, okay. All right.
Right.
Now, dial it in, but also, I'm not going to give up a whole lot more hard contact. The hardest contact I might give up all night just resulted in 2 outs.
That's right.
Also tends to focus you a little bit, doesn't it?
It'll snap you back.
Andrew Benintendi takes a curveball away. Infield tonight, McKinstry at third, Sweeney at short, Torres at second, Torkelson at first. 1-0. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. He's locating. Green in left. Perez in center, Carpenter in right. They all shift just a couple of steps to the left with this lefty. Andrew Benintendi at the plate comes in hitting .220, but the best power numbers of his career. Curveball, swing and a miss. Diving down and in. When he sets that up right, it's a wicked pitch. Charlie Morton's a curveball, maybe the best we've seen this year.
I think it's right there. Yeah, absolutely.
The 1-2. Ground ball foul over by the Tigers dugout on the first base side.
Charlie Morton is a little bit more traditional curveball, true down or 12-6. Jack Flaherty's got a little sweep to it, but still good bite right at the plate, good line, and that's the key with guys who throw the true curveballs. You don't want it to pop up out of the hand. As soon as you see it pop up out of the hand as a hitter, you're starting to do your math as to where that's going to land, and you got pitch recognition. But when you got that good line on it, then the bite comes, hard to hit.
1-2, swinging a pop-up softly into left field. Riley Green is there in a few steps toward the line, makes the catch, 2 up and 2 down. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. This series is brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. And today's game brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Scoreless in the bottom of the second. First pitch fastball at the belt for a called strike. Miguel Vargas, a right-handed batter at the plate. Originally signed by the Dodgers. Traded to the White Sox in 2024. Fastball away. He has tremendous skills. Top prospect a few years ago. Little left to prove in the minor leagues. But when he came over to Chicago, it was just a disaster last year. Swinging a tap foul, 14 hits and 135 at-bats. But Bobby has kind of bounced back a little bit this year. Hitting .230 coming into this game. But there is still, it feels like, still upside for a young man who's shy of his 26th birthday.
I don't think there's any question about that. I mean, you look at the circumstances in which he came over, involved in that deal from the Dodgers last year. You go from that team, one of the best teams in the game, to one that ended up setting a record for losses. You can't help but think that that had some effect on him.
Check swing, appeal to first. First base umpire Dan Bellino says he went too far. Vargas strikes out just off the injured list. And that's the end of the second inning for the Chicago White Sox. 6 up, 6 down for Jack Flaherty through 2. We head to the third inning scoreless in Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
What makes you smile? A sunny day? A walk-off home run? How about saving money on one of your biggest investments, your home? A mortgage broker can guide you through the process and could save you thousands of dollars when you buy or refi. Find a home loan expert to work with at mortgagematchup.com for home loan savings that'll make you smile. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038, licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
My name is Jamie Hutchison, and I am a breast cancer survivor. I am singing in a women's chorus. It's just nice to do something that feels good for your soul. This is a pitch pipe, and when you're singing, it allows you to get your pitch. Sometimes you're singing in one key, and you have to make an adjustment. I think life is full of pivots, and cancer treatment is no different. You can still find your note.
Take a second to pivot at carmanis.org/second opinion or call 1-800-CARMANIS.
Michigan's family corn farmers are helping grow a better world. Our farmers practice good stewardship to ensure the next generation has healthy soil and farmland to continue our legacies. We innovate year after year so we can grow more food on the same amount of land. And we're proud to grow a crop that helps clean up our environment by providing a renewable resource that can be turned into clean-burning biofuels and biodegradable corn plastic. Find out more at www.micorn.org.
Hella Detroit delivers peace of mind, beauty, and comfort with every window and door. Call for a free consultation at 248-292-5000 and hear about our affordable finance options.
Electric for fast service and the best price. Choose Mastercraft. Dylan Dingler leads off. 8-9-1 hitters Dingler, Sweeney, Keith against the righty Yoendrys Gomez. In his, again, 31 innings, brief time in the major leagues. Lefties, righties actually hitting them both pretty well this year. Over the course of his career, he was actually tough around lefties in limited innings the last 2 years. This year, lefties have hit him. First pitch curveball strike to Dylan Dingler. Talk about the youth of this lineup and the guys who have made giant strides this year. Fastball up. Dylan Dingler would certainly fall into that category. Just quietly, Bobby. He's been around 270 all year.
He's had a tremendous year. And another one we don't talk enough about. If we don't talk enough about torque, we don't talk enough about the job that Dylan Dingler has done on offense.
1-1. Sinker hit him on the backside. Been pretty good strike throwing from a guy who is not known for his strike throwing. I'm going to keep an eye on that bullpen. Gomez has been working, again, 3, 4, 5 innings, high pitch counts in his 3 and 4 inning outings the last 2 times out in the minor leagues. Pitch counts in the 70s both times. Generally faces, in most of his starts at AAA, 16 to 19 batters. So not even 2 times through the order sometimes. Sweeney takes fastball strike on the outer edge. But going back to Dylan Dingler, it's 270. Okay, he's not drawing walks. That's coming because he did that in the minor leagues.
Yep.
He hits the ball hard. Line drive to center field, right to Luis Robert Jr. Good swing on the sinker from Trey Sweeney. He's had a couple of good swings since coming back. Line drive out for the first out here in the third. He's got a nice hard hit rate. That's always a good sign, talking about Dylan Dingler. Power is real.
It is, and he doesn't have to generate super strong guy. Not just strength, but bat speed too. Able to cover a variety of pitches. He's going to be just fine.
Keith batting. First pitch curveball at the belt for a called strike. As Diaz goes up with the right hand. 50-minute rain delay to this game. We're in the third inning and scoreless. Tigers trying to make it 2 straight over the White Sox. The strike 1. Curveball. Ooh, Laz Diaz thought about it. Stood up. Thought he was going to go up with the right hand.
He wanted to, didn't he?
Yeah, that was just a little bit too high. Cole Keith is in his age 23 season. He's hitting 260. He's made major improvements. 1-1. Fastball perfect on the black, away. 760 OPS in your second full season in the major leagues. You'll take it.
When you talk about all these improvements, Dan, you have to shout out Tiger hitting staff, Eric Bedard, Lance Sawatsky, and Keith Beauregard. They've done a tremendous job, and it's a 3-headed monster. They all attack different things, but they come together and they have their ideas and they give it to the player, and they give the player stuff that he can digest and take into the game.
1-2 and swing and a miss. Foul tip to the glove of the catcher Teal. Keith strikes out. The work that goes on every day, the grind. I mean, you'll see all 3 at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Going over the numbers, and they're looking at different things every day. They're checking on their guys, making sure that, all right, but always letting them know when you get hot and you're hitting the fastball, they're going to start pitching you differently real soon.
Yep.
Probably starting tonight.
Be ready for it.
Okay, how are you going to adjust? The constant cat and mouse game, but the way they talk hitting is just so impressive to me. Gleyber Torres takes a fastball up and away. They draw 13 walks in 13 games, and they're still scoring runs, so they're not saying, hey, you got to draw more walks.
Right. How do we get to this point?
Right.
Well, if you're hitting a lot of pitches and you're impacting the baseball when they come in there, you're not going to get a lot of walks initially. Then teams will get more careful and the walks will come as a result. But we're not going up there hunting walks.
Right.
We're going up there hunting good pitches to hit. Stay on your plan and blister it when you get it.
The 1-0, swing and a miss. Michael Bedard is the most positive person. He kind of leads the group. Every time you see him, you got to smile. We're okay.
We're okay. That's his stock answer. We're all right. Got some stuff to work on, or we're doing
but
this.
But that's
well?
not just happy talk. I mean, he believes that, and he loves this group. The 1-1, swinging a slicing foul out of play down the right field line. 1-2 on Gleyber Torres. Talked about the impact that he's added in terms of hitting the fastball. You just kind of watch his at-bats, absorb it, but also the way he talks in those hitters' meetings. Just 28, but lots of experience and postseason experience. Added so much to this team. The 1-2, swinging a foul. That one felt like a little more of a hanger. Fouled it out of play, off to the right. Man on, 2 outs. Scoreless game in the third. Pretty good turnout on a night when, it was soggy around here. It looked like we'd have too many, but it's Grateful Dead night, so 1-2, fastball away. That brought some people to the ballpark tonight.
Certainly.
Grateful Dead tribute band played before the game. They were good.
Yeah.
Thought we were listening to the Dead.
And I knew you were a connoisseur of live music, so you would know what you're listening to, too.
Torres waiting at a 2-2. On the way. Swinging a high pop-up. Second base. Sosa under the outfield grass, 3 steps. Makes the catch in shallow center. Pedro Torres pops out. And Tigers so far, other than the Sweeney line drive out, have been handled pretty thoroughly so far by Yoendrys Gomez. Not much hard contact. We head to the bottom of the third, scoreless in Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
This is your sign to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 when you order online from Little Caesars. It's fate that you're hearing about this delicious crust sprinkled with Parmesan. And the universe wants you to know there's over a dozen toppings to choose from. Order online with promo code JustCrustUs to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 for a limited time. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza, pizza. Offer available for a limited time online only in participating Little Caesars stores. Enter promo code JustCrustUs online or via the Little Caesars app at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. See our website or app for more information.
Tired of saying, not this year? Well, it's time to say, yes this year, with our home teams, the Tigers and Wallside Windows. The boys of summer are looking good. And here's one better. Half off every Wallside window and extended financing. Wallside will make your home more attractive, more comfortable, and increase the value with a transferable 35-year warranty. It just might be the year for the Tigers. Make it the year for Wallside. Go to wallside.com.
No matter what your sport, you win with energy efficiency tips from DTE. DTE's online interactive home can help you find tools, tips, and programs to lower your energy bill. Our Insight app gives you real-time information to make changes to reduce your usage. And our rebates put real money back into your pocket. So check out DTEenergy.com/home and you'll score! Savings, that is. DTE.
McLaren Medicare hits it out of the park with their Medicare Advantage plans. Learn more at McLarenHealthPlan.org/McLaren Medicare.
Jack Flaherty getting ready to face the Chicago White Sox, bottom of the third inning. 2 previous starts against the White Sox this year. Back in April in Detroit, 5 2/3, 1 run on 3 hits with 7 strikeouts and just 2 walks. Saw the White Sox again here. Tiger scored 13 runs to support him that night. 1 run on 4 hits in 6 innings. First pitch to start the bottom of the third. Ground ball base hit into left field off the bat of Kyle Teal, rookie catcher. Sharp single into left in between McKinstry and Sweeney. Sweeney was up the middle. McKinstry was more toward third. Ground ball single to lead off the third inning of a scoreless game. Bottom third of the order. Edgar Caro steps to the plate. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, ready to help. Our injury report coming up in a moment. Caro at the plate, fly ball center field, fairly deep, but Perez has it in range going back to his right, 10 feet shy of the warning track in left center. Edgar Caro, deep fly ball out, so that's another hard hit ball. We've seen 3 now. That was a routine play for Perez. Great positioning always. It's amazing how many balls the Tigers outfielders get to because of their positioning, because 100%. Of their starting points.
Oh, yeah. Listen, these guys, they put in a ton of work, led by George Lombard and Anthony Iapoce, but the work behind the scenes by the analysts is incredible, too, contributing to that.
So much work goes on with the analysts. Travel with the team back in Detroit to help put together those charts. Fastball sinks low on Curtis Mead. Swings and misses at a knuckle curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sox in their home white uniforms tonight with the black pinstripes. Interlocking Sox on the left side in black. Uniform numbers on the right side of the front of the uniforms on the backs as well. The 1-1. Fastball low and in. Tigers in their classic road grays with the script Detroit across the front in blue outlined in white and orange. Also the numbers on the front left of the uniforms, as well as on the back. Number 9, Jack Flaherty sets, working toward the third base side, places that left foot in front of the right when he sets. 2-1, swinging a slicing foul that will go over the netting down the right field line, actually hit the netting and stay in. Curtis Mead traded from Tampa, kind of just a nice utility piece for Will Venable. Can play second, short, and third, as well as first, mostly first, second, and third, I should say. Not much time at shortstop. Parts of 3 years in the major leagues. Said 240, but this is a guy you want to go right after. There's no pop in this bat. And there is some swing and miss. 24-year-old from Adelaide in Australia, waiting on a 2-2. Got him. Slider, strike to ball, probably off the plate. Might have crossed the front of it. Either way, it's a break, I think, for Jack Flaherty.
It's definitely a break. Like you said, might have crossed the front, but that's a ball off by the time it gets to Dylan Dingler's glove for sure. Hasn't been there most of the night, but Jack Flaherty has been all around the zone, so at times you get the benefit of the doubt in calls like that.
Injury report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow left field. We'll have to get in the next half inning because Riley Green is going to make the catch. A very soft fly ball off the bat of Mike Tauchman. Jack Flaherty has dominated the White Sox in 2 previous starts this year, and he has cruised after those 2 hard-hit balls. He's cruised to the first 3. We head to the 4th inning scoreless in Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
At Comerica Bank, we're all about helping small businesses grow with the right tools. One way we support our clients is by providing free advertising, like we do for the Foot Care Institute, providing honest, professional, state-of-the-art care with offices in Farmington Hills and Belleville. Call 248-478-1150 or visit footcareinstitute.com for an appointment. Grow your small business with free advertising and more at comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender.
This is your sign to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 when you order online from Little Caesars. It's fate that you're hearing about this delicious crust sprinkled with Parmesan. And the universe wants you to know there's over a dozen toppings to choose from. Order online with promo code JustCrustUs to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 for a limited time. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza, pizza. Offer available for a limited time online only in participating Little Caesars stores. Enter promo code JustCrustUs online or via the Little Caesars app at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. See our website or app for more information.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Aggressive and get the short hop. That second hop was a short hop. He gave ground and played himself into an in-between hop. And quite frankly, when you do that, sometimes you just got to get lucky for that ball to go in there. If he steps up one big step, he gets that short hop and he can play through it and throw Dingler out at first base. Instead, he makes the error. Ding's on with nobody out here in the 5th.
Trey Sweeney hit a line drive sharply on an 0-1 first time up, swings at a breaking ball and taps it foul. Gomez more of a fly ball pitcher. Doesn't get a lot of ground balls. Doesn't get a lot of ground ball double plays either. Turned behind him. The strike one. Fastball up and away. Check some scores on the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard. Cleveland started the day 6.5 behind the Tigers. They were off yesterday when the Tigers won. They beat Miami in Cleveland today. They won 10 of 12. 4-3 was the final at Progressive Field, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. We have seen a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate swung and missed at, if you will. Short cautious lead for Dingler at first. 1-0 Tigers are in the fifth. The 1-2. Curveball down, good take. Mets have lost 7 straight. Got off to a great start. They were 21 games above the 500 mark at one point. They've lost 7 straight, 9 of 10. They're 63 and 55 going into play tonight. 13-5 lead over Atlanta at Citi Field in the 8th. The 2-2. Cutter up and away. 3-2 on Trey Sweeney. Cole Keith waiting on deck. Pretty good chance this is the last batter for Gomez.
Yeah, probably. With the left-hander getting warm down there. Keith on deck.
3 of the top 4 at the top of the lineup are lefties. And you would think with Gilbert up at the beginning of the inning, he's not going to wait for Carpenter and Green. He's probably going to go right after Cole Keith. Quick toss over to first to drive Dingler back. Sweeney now waiting on a 3-2. Gomez sets, delivers, swinging a high fly ball, deep right, just missed it, it feels like. Talkman to his right makes the catch in the right center field gap. That's a good swing from Sweeney.
Boy, it was. And Trey
it's
Sweeney,
the first out.
Sorry, Trey Sweeney is shaking his head on the way back to the dugout because he got a hanging breaking ball with 2 strikes and he just missed it. Had a good swing at it, recognized it, fired on it. And just missed it a little bit. He knows he missed an opportunity there.
Well, Cole Keith will get to face.
Interesting.
This righty for a 3rd time. He hit a fly ball to left and struck out. Hang another breaking ball. Fastball up and away. Big miss. Pretty good strike throwing for a guy not known for his strike throwing. 80 pitches, 50 strikes. That doesn't sound great, but that's solid strike throwing for this young man. The 1-0. Paints the outside corner with a cutter.
And then one of the things we always talk about is not all strikes are good strikes. And not all of these strikes have been premium, well-executed strikes on the edges of the plate. But with his stuff, it doesn't necessarily have to be. He's got stuff where he's got a little bit more wiggle room, and he's done a nice job of getting it in his zone.
1-2, fly ball, right field down the line, and that one will get into the seats. Towering ball, not deep. The count is 1-2 on Cole Keith. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Jack Flaherty's got a nice low pitch count through 4 at 52 pitches. Meade, the third baseman, basically playing shortstop right now. Montgomery, the shortstop, up the middle. The outfield plays Keith to go the opposite way. 1-0 Tigers in the 5th. Gomez sets. The 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. He got him with a cutter away. 7th strikeout and all swinging for Yoendrys Gomez.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job. Again, we've talked about the struggles of him getting in the strike zone. But Yoendrys Gomez, good stuff. Like we talked about, good fastball. There's some shape and break to that slider. A little bit of tilt to that curveball.
Gleyber Torres takes a slider low and outside. Fly ball to center field. Hit that one well. Popped out his last time up. Always feel good with Gleyber Torres facing a pitcher for a 3rd time, especially one he hadn't seen before. Coming into the game hitting .268, 13 home runs. Fastball up and in. Has the good hitters count. 2-0. 1 run, 1 hit for the Tigers. No runs, 2 hits for the White Sox. Sosa at second, shades up the middle. Outfield straight up on Torres. Straight up on the left side for Montgomery and Meade. Slider, that's a cutter. It has the same shape as the slider, fouled out of play. It's just a few miles an hour harder, but breaking away consistently. Really hasn't hung many.
No.
Did to Sweeney. Still a good hitters count for Gleyber Torres. The 2-1. Down and away. 3-1 on Torres. All right, bold prediction. Carpenter will not face Gomez if Torres reaches. Guy who struggles with his command, minor leagues, major leagues, has hit 2 batters, walked only 1 so far. Torres will make it throw him a strike. The 3-1. Swing and a tap foul. Cutter, middle.
You know, it might be a situation where Will Venable is trying to save the lefties he's got available for later in the game for when this spot comes around. He's not going to use Tyler Alexander through 65 pitches yesterday and Eicher through 25.
3-2, Dingler goes, swinging another pop-up off the bat of Gleyber Torres into shallow right center. Luis Robert Jr., the center fielder, will come in, make the catch in between Tauchman and Sosa. Torres pops out for the second time, and the Tigers get 1 base runner on an error and no more. Probably the end of the night for Gomez. It's a strong 5-inning start. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus, less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On Tigers game days, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss to enjoy at home during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. This is more.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking, rising before the sun, and staying up long after it sets. It's in you. Be golden. Explore more at oakland.edu.
Hey Detroit, your game day just got way cooler. Swing by the marketplaces in left field at Comerica Park and treat yourself to a lofty pop. These popsicles are handcrafted right here in Metro Detroit with organic fruit and 0 artificial anything. No dyes, no syrups, just real deal ingredients. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, and full of flavor, so everyone can join the fun. Grab one, cheer on the Tigers, and taste a home run. Lofty Pops, real ingredients, real good, right here.
Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers present Triples for Trees. So far, that's 60 trees planted in Detroit and counting. 3 trees for every Tigers triple this season. Woo!
Flaherty getting ready to face the White Sox. 1-0 lead in the 5th inning. A little more run support in his first 2 starts, which were very good against the White Sox. 13-1 win and a 7-4 win for the Tigers in those starts. Gave up just 1 run in each start, covering 11 2/3. Kyle Teal takes a fastball strike. That's about as high as you'll go, but the 50-50 ball goes Jack Flaherty's way. Again, this is a former first-round pick out of the University of Virginia just 2 years ago. Swing and a miss. White Sox are really high on this young man, left-handed batter. Pretty big numbers at AAA. Just shy of 200 at-bats, hit for average, hit for power. Showed he could draw a walk as well. The 0-2, swinging a foul to the screen. That was quite a finish. Fouled it to the screen. He ended up in front of the left-handed batter's box. Used to see guys fall across home plate after a swing like that. He went forward. A lot of energy, nervous energy in that batter's box. Waggle, 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 swinging a ground ball foul. Falls across home plate
all
this
over
time.
the place, isn't he? Only time it really matters is that impact. He's got good balance through the zone. Pretty sweet left-handed swing. Did a nice job of taking that ball and shooting it through the hole last time up. It's all over the place.
The 0-2. Knuckle curve takes pitch number 5 that bounces for ball 1. Good, nice low pitch count for Jack Flaherty through 4. It's been sharp. 2 hard hit balls early. A walk last inning and another hard hit ball by Vargas, but only 1 hard hit ball after those initial 2 hard hit balls. He's been in full command, quick at bats. So far with the one walk, I think unofficially on my scorecard, the only 3-ball count on a Sox batter. Arms up over his head, flirting into his motion. The 1-2. Knuckle curve, 2 good takes. Sweeney at shortstop, shades up the middle. McKinstry is basically where the hole would normally be, between short and third. The Tigers' third baseman tonight. The outfield plays this lefty to go the opposite way. Everybody shifts several steps toward left field. 2-2. Missed inside, 3-2.
Taking some close pitches, like you said. Showed the ability to minor leagues draw a walk. Has an idea of where the zone is, as evidenced by these couple pitches he's taken that have been pretty close in this at-bat.
Where does he go here? Fastball up. 3-2, and line drive off the glove of Gleyber Torres. Had to jump a little bit higher. He just kind of jumped up a little bit, but he didn't feel like he had to give it the big leap, and it tipped off his glove, and I don't think he could quite believe it.
Yeah, a little casual from Gleyber. You don't normally see that. That was certainly one that he gets off the ground just a little bit higher that he secures. He'll hit it hard. That one, even if you ask Gleyber, it probably should have been converted to an out right there.
Yeah, if he touches it without having a full leap, that probably, in his mind, should have been an out. Edgar Caro takes a fastball strike. 1-0. Tigers are in the 5th inning. The strike one, swing and a miss, snap throw back to first. Very close. Torkelson swiped, caught the helmet of Teal diving back. He immediately motioned to the dugout.
Yep.
A.J. Hinch has his hand up. I don't think they'll challenge this. Nope. They will not.
I love how aggressive Dylan Dingler and Jake Rogers are, looking for outs all over the field with the back pick.
Saw it on the homestand. The 0-2, swing and a soft tap foul. The bat splinters lengthwise. Carroll will need a new stick. He's just 22 years old, so you've got a 22-year-old and a 24-year-old. I believe Teal's 24, doing the catching, sharing the catching duties right now.
Yeah.
I think the Sox are quietly excited about their young catching duo in terms of what they have for the future.
You got both of these guys in the lineup. You're confident about what they can do at the plate. I think they probably have Teal a little bit ahead of Carroll defensively.
Quick toss over to first. Flaherty does a good job paying attention to the running game. Pretty much stopping it. He's allowed 5 steals in 23 starts. It's a nice low number. Again, the 0-2, swinging a fly ball center field. Once Perez in, dives. He did not make the catch. It slides underneath him. Rounding second, heading to third. Teal very aggressive. Read the play in front of him. Gets over to third base, well ahead of the throw. Sinking line drive. Perez dove, couldn't get it. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
Yeah, he made the right move. Good route by Wenzel Perez. Dives completely forward towards the infield, just gets off the edge of his glove, doesn't quite get the fingers of the glove under the baseball, slides over it, then has to retrieve it. Like you said, Dan, good at base running by Teal, saw it down, and advanced to third base, first and third here with nobody out, bottom 5.
He's about 3/4 of the way to second base, and he saw that ball underneath Perez. A lot of, I think, base runners missed that, but he saw right away that it was under the body of Wenzel Perez. And as he was stopping in front of second base, again, about 2/3 of the way there, then he picked it up and stumbled a little bit across the bag, but made it easily. Brings up Curtis Mead in at the corners, middle of the infield back. 1-0 Tigers. First threat of the night for Chicago. Curveball backs up on Curtis Mead. Right-handed batter hitting .220 in his time with Tampa. Just a few at-bats so far here in Chicago. Upright stance, decent bat-to-ball skills, not much of a threat at the plate. Fastball misses. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Slider strike. He's been getting that pitch, especially slider away, just off the plate, getting that call a couple times now in the last 2 innings. Flaherty, more of a fly ball pitcher, does not get many ground ball outs, not many double plays turned behind him. 2-1, swing and a miss. He could use that, a swing and miss strikeout of Curtis Mead right here. Sox had a couple of men on with 2 outs last inning. Vargas hit a deep fly ball out. So now 4 of the last 5 batters have reached going back to last inning. Teal and Carroll with line drive singles to center. The 2-2. Soft little tap foul.
He went for that strikeout right there. Fastball away, pitch before that. Curveball, strike the ball, started at that bottom rail, broke downward and away from Mead. He's able to get a little piece of it.
Upright, relaxed stance, feet close together. 2-2, swinging a fly ball softly down the left field line. That's trouble. That's going to drop. Sweeney will field it. Into score comes Teal. And the Sox on the bloop tied up at 1. Carroll stops at second.
Another slider, bottom of the zone, just below. That was probably going to be a ball. Mead was out in front, does a nice job of figuring out a way to make contact in this situation. Riley Green playing deep, pretty much straight up. Now it's just out there in a spot that nobody was going to get to it. McKinstry was no play for him. Sweeney flags it down. Keeps Carroll from advancing to third base, but that's an RBI for Curtis Mead.
That's just a perfectly...
Nothing to be done.
For the Sox, hit, pop-up. Lineup turns over. Talkman at the plate. First pitch curveball, check swing, didn't check it in time, strike 1. When Jack Flaherty has trouble, it is often this part of the lineup, this time of the lineup. Third trip through. We've talked about it a lot, but the numbers haven't changed. Power numbers go up, batting average goes up. Talkman takes a pitch outside. Big challenge right here. Talkman's having a good year, hitting .270 with some power. Blistered a ball to the right center field gap earlier. Kerry Carpenter just made a terrific running catch. The 1-1. Fastball up and away. 2-1 on Mike Talkman. Left-handed batter deep in that left-handed batter's box. Taps home plate with that two-tone bat. Once, twice, swings, cocks it over the shoulders, swing and a miss. 2-2 after the curveball. Got the swing and miss down and in. Disciplined hitter, he can draw a walk. There's swing and miss in this bat too. Carroll, the runner at second. Mead at first. Jack Flaherty on the rubber, stepped off. Only a couple of ground balls off the bats of the White Sox tonight. Flaherty could use one here. Curveball in the dirt. Fine block by Dingler, but now 3-2 on Talkman. He's not going to chase generally.
You got to challenge the strike zone with Talkman. Like you said, not going to expand the strike zone typically. You can induce some weak contact, maybe get him to roll over something. Try to get a double play.
23 pitches thrown here in the 5th inning, and Jack Flaherty is still looking for this first out. Big pitch here in a 1-1 game, the 3-2. Swinging line drive, base hit into left. Riley Green will charge field. Carroll stops at third. Didn't hit it hard, but a line drive through the infield. Base is loaded and none outs.
Talkman was jammed by that slider right there. Kind of jammed himself, was really in the middle of the plate. Wasn't a great swing. Just fights it off the other way and lobs it into left field. Riley Green does a nice job of closing that distance and getting the ball into the infield quickly. Justin Jersley has to hold Carroll at third base. But that's going to bring Tiger pitching coach Chris Federer to the mound for a visit.
Ryan Herder getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. Through 12 batters have been just one base runner for the White Sox. 2 hard hit balls early, and then Flaherty cruised for 10 batters. Now 6 of the last 7 batters have reached. No extra base power. All singles plus a walk. But a big jam for Jack Flaherty. Lenin Sosa hit one of those 2 hard balls early in the game, steps to the plate, having his best season at the plate for the White Sox. First pitch. Curveball low and away. Very aggressive hitter. Will not walk. Pretty good bat to ball skills, though. Hitting 270 coming in. Nice power numbers. The 1-0. Ooh, my goodness. That was a called strike, wasn't it? That wasn't a check swing strike. That was a called strike on a pitch 2 balls with off the plate.
And worse than the pitch he threw on the 0-0.
Ooh-wee. Big break. 1-1 count instead of 2-0. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Knuckle curve. More bite down. 1-2 on Lenin Sosa. They're clearly not going to give him a fastball.
Not at all.
Unless they go up, which you can do. But slider, curveball. What a big call on the 1-0. Ooh. Bases loaded, nobody out in a 1-1 game. We're in the 5th. Flaherty in a jam. Trying to get out number 1. The 1-2, swing, a miss. Got him with a slider down and away. 6th strikeout for Flaherty is a big one. It's out number 1 in the 5th.
Yeah, that was Jack Flaherty's best slider of the night. That looked like a fastball down and away from Sosa out of hand. Tight slider, great spin. Didn't break a ton, but it broke enough to get just out of the zone and just out of the reach of the bat from Lenin Sosa.
Brings up Colson Montgomery, power hitting rookie. First pitch curveball, anxious, swing and a miss. Struck out on a curveball first time up. Struck out on a high fastball next time up. Average walk rate, a lot of swing and miss, a lot of home runs. So far, just over 100 at-bats in the major leagues. Swing and a miss, another knuckle curve. 2 down, both ended up about ankle high. You just stay there, Bobby, or you go up with the fastball?
He doesn't see a strike. Either way you want to go. Because right now you can use the young man's aggressiveness and his anxiousness. You said it in your description. Anxious. You can see it in his body language. You can see it in those first 2 swings. I think you throw it. If you're Dylan Dingler, you call for that slider or that breaking ball down and make sure you block it. And then if you don't get it there, you go back up with the heater.
The 0-2. Breaking ball down. The curveball bounced. Carroll, the runner at third. Meade, the runner at second. Tauchman at first. Bases loaded, none out. Flaherty strikes out Sosa. Now ahead of Colson Montgomery. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long inning. Already 31 pitches for Flaherty. He sets the 1-2. Swing a line drive. Base hit into right center. That'll score 2. Carroll is in. Meade's right behind him. Over to third goes Tauchman. Montgomery delivers 3-1 Chicago here in the 5th.
Yeah, you showed him 4 straight breaking balls there. And this one was right in the middle of the plate and down, right in his good swing path. And he made the adjustment in that bat. He got something he could handle and hit a base hit up the middle. Drives in 2. Tauchman's at third base. Montgomery's at first. Still just 1 out in this inning.
4 straight curveballs.
I would have loved to see Heater up right there.
I would have loved that too. Herder is ready in the bullpen. And he might be coming in for Benintendi. Fastball strike on the outside edge. You don't want any pitcher to throw 40 pitches in an inning. Flaherty is climbing toward that number. Pitch number 34 on the way. The 0-1 swinging a little pop-up into shallow right, and that's going to drop. That'll be the end of the night for Flaherty. Tauchman in to score, 4-1 Chicago. Flaherty pretty much cruised through 4. Faced 7 batters in the 5th. Only recorded 1 out. 4-1 Chicago. Tigers making the change in the 5th. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, we live by the golden rule. Treat everyone who calls like they're someone's friend, family, or loved one. When you call, we listen. We get started on your case. And we're Michigan's only firm to offer the no-fee guarantee. You don't pay until we win. Treating you like family, because that's how you deserve to be treated. That's the Bernstein Advantage. The Sam Bernstein Law Firm. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
The Tigers aren't the only hot team in Detroit this summer. Priority is heating up, and we're building a powerhouse crew. Whether you're behind the wheel or behind the scenes, there's a spot for you on our winning team. Great pay, real benefits, and a work culture that moves fast and plays hard. Apply now at PriorityWaste.com and get in the game. Priority, Detroit's hottest team off the field.
Mornings are tough. At Bigby, we know our coffee and other delicious drinks are a great way to get ready to face the day. But you're listening to the radio, and we can't serve coffee on the radio, but we can serve affirmations. That PowerPoint won't know what hit it. Great lane change. Oh, look at that fit. Feeling great yet? Come visit Bigby, and we'll make it even better with a signature latte. Bigby makes it better.
Chicago, 6 of 7 batters have reached, always singles, some hard hit, couple of bloops. 4-1 Chicago, 2 on, still only 1 out. Brand Herder takes over on the mound. Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Benintendi's had good success against lefties this year. First pitch fastball misses in. We have seen that from Brand Herder off and on as he's dialed things back in, and he is putting together a pretty good stretch. I was talking with him yesterday. Nice chat with just a nice young man, very thoughtful. Said it's just, yes, I'm getting back to where I want to be, but I'm not quite there. Ground ball to second base. Gleyber Torres will flip down to second. That's all they had time to get. The force at second base on Luis Robert Jr. The putout goes 4-6. Torres to Sweeney. Over to third goes Montgomery. He's there with 2 outs. Benintendi at first. But overall, Brand Herder putting together another rock-solid season.
Yeah, he really is. He's had that little blip where he really couldn't find his release point, walked a few more hitters than he's accustomed to, looks to have it dialed back in right now.
I said, even as you're kind of working on some things and trying to find it, you've got to be happy that your ERA is right where it was last year, below 2.6. He's like, yeah, but you know. And that's what you love about him. He's like, it has to be done the right way.
Right.
I have to make sure that I'm executing my pitches, my delivery's back in sync, and that's all he is focused on right now. But this is a big, important arm in the Tigers bullpen. It is worth reading the numbers. 57 innings and a 2.50 ERA. Sinker away. This is what we've been seeing, though, even as he has gotten back on track in terms of performance. Big misses with the sinker, I think, kind of leads the way. He's been missing with the sweeper, too, but the sinker command has been really off.
Yes.
Dingler setting up middle, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Sweeper under the bat of the righty, Miguel Vargas, 2-1.
Yeah, it's that arm side miss, especially with the fastball. Like you said, that two-seam fastball. Two-seam fastball, sweeper, changeup. He has an occasional four-seamer, but mainly the sinker, sweeper, and the changeup.
The 2-1. Ground ball chopped foul. Sweeper was up a little bit. 2-2 on Vargas. Man. Jack Flaherty was cruising through 4, and I know it was all singles, but still a puzzle. I go back to the leadoff at bat. Kyle Teal started 0-2.
Yeah.
And singled on a 3-2. That at bat in the Montgomery at bat. The 2-2. Fastball up and in. Good pitch.
Yeah, that one, I mean, and Talkman, too. You know, the funny part is Talkman kind of jammed himself. It was a slider that was down the middle. He didn't hit it hard, fisted it the other way, but that pitch was middle anyway.
3-2. Sweeper didn't miss by much. It's a pretty disciplined at bat for Vargas. And now the guy who started the inning, Kyle Teal, steps to the plate. 10th man to bat. So third trip through the order ended up biting Jack Flaherty again, but it was the bottom third of the order's second trip through that really started this rally. Kyle Teal takes first pitch sweeper, called strike on the outside edge. Ground ball single, line drive single. Remember that one tipped off the glove of Gleyber Torres to start the inning. The strike one. Sinker up and in. As Bobby described, the misses arm side for a lefty. That's up and away to a righty. That's into a lefty. And they're big misses.
Yeah.
We just didn't see that last year.
That's a two-seamer that Dylan England wants away from the left-handed Kyle Teal, and he had to lift his arms up, tuck him in to get him out of the way.
The 1-1. Fastball middle for a called strike. Bases are loaded again. Montgomery the runner at third. Benintendi at second. Vargas at first. The 1-2. Big sweeper away. 4-1 Chicago in the fifth inning. 4 runs on 8 hits. 6 of those have come this inning. All singles. Left on left in this battle. The 2-2. Another big miss with the sweeper. We've seen that as well.
Yep.
Last year it was always felt like it was strike to ball or tempting for a lefty to swing and miss at. Big pitch now for Brand Herter. No place to put him. 3-2. Missed. Fastball low and away. (5-1) Chicago on the bases loaded walk.
Well, then would you know? That's going to bring Tiger pitching coach Chris Fetter back out to the mound for a visit.
This inning, Kyle Teal started there with a line drive that went off the glove of Gleyber Torres, who just kind of got off his feet a couple of inches, didn't really leap for it, and it went off the top of his glove. Edgar Carroll on an 0-2, single to center. The Teal at bat had started no balls, 2 strikes. Curtis Mead, pop fly down the left field line, scored a run to tie the game. Talkman line drive single to left field. Bases loaded. Colson Montgomery fell behind 0-2, singled. Luis Robert Jr. pop fly single, and that was the end of the night for Flaherty. Fastball middle to Edgar Carroll, who singled on an 0-2 earlier in the inning. Strike one. 5-1 Chicago here in the fifth. The strike one. Sweeper down. Cleveland won earlier tonight. He'd gotten the lead down to 5, 6.5 at the start of play today. Inning that will not end. The 1-1. Fastball misses, 2-1. Flaherty threw 34 pitches this inning. Herter has thrown 17, 51 pitches. Thrown this inning by Tigers pitchers, the 2-1. Line drive to right field. Carpenter will come in, make the catch. 11 men to the plate. White Sox score 5. We head to the 6th inning, 5-1 Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
At Comerica Bank, we're all about helping small businesses grow with the right tools. One way we support our clients is by providing free advertising, like we do for family-owned Z Painting and Remodeling, Southeast Michigan's expert residential, commercial, and municipal interior and exterior painting company. Book today at zpaintingmi.com. Grow your small business with free advertising and more at comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Ready to replace your old windows and doors? You'll always hit a grand slam with Pella Detroit. Call Pella Detroit at 248-292-5000 for a free consultation today.
It's brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go and experience the Demmer difference. Pitching change for the White Sox. Brought to you by Primitive Performance. Stay in the game with Primitive Performance and their fast-acting CBD topical cream. Tyler Gilbert, one of 4 lefties in the bullpen. Chances are at least one of the other 3 is not available tonight. Or 2 of the other 3.
Yeah.
Tyler Alexander, Iser has worked the last 2. So it might be down to just Booser and Gilbert for the lefties tonight. This lefty will face a righty. Kerry Carpenter lifted. Jahmai Jones will pinch hit. 33rd appearance of the year for Tyler Gilbert. So far through 32 appearances and 36 innings, 2.70 ERA, but a little bit of luck in that with a walk rate of 5 and a strikeout rate below 8 per 9, the 1-0. Away, 2-0.
And Dan, that's evidenced by his last time out, inning and 2/3 against the Guardians on the 9th. Did give up no runs, no hits, but did walk 2 in that outing.
2-0 to Jahmai Jones. Sinker is fouled out of play. Sinker at 86 from the lefty.
Yeah, different look guy out there. We'll give him sidearm. 12-degree arm angle. That's in the zone. That's sidearm. Works from that third base side crossfire. 2-seam fastball, sweeper, cutter, and a 4-seamer. Has a split as well. That fastball only sits around 90 miles an hour.
2-1. Swing and a pop-up. We've seen a few of those tonight. Talkman in right field comes in, makes the catch in very shallow right field. Jahmai Jones pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter. Pops out to start the 6th inning. Yuendrys Gomez was very good in this start. 5 innings, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, all swinging. I-1 Chicago. We're in the 6th inning. Brings up Riley Green. First pitch, breaking ball, misses high and tight. 6th inning, brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Demmer difference. This lefty absolutely shuts down left-handed batters. Sweeper, gets the called strike, a little low and outside, 1-1. Lefty's hitting 117, that's 7 for 60. Against Tyler Gilbert, who works first base side, the 1-1. Way outside. Bobby, you and I were talking earlier today. So important for Kerry Carpenter and especially Riley Green to be able to at least be somewhat productive against lefties.
Yeah.
These you want them to be your everyday guys. Green is always in there against lefties, never gets lifted. But while his production was solid, just under 700 OPS last year, he has really struggled against lefties. What are some of the things you think about for his development and his ability? It feels like he should hit lefties, and he will probably in his career. What is the next step? What does he need to do better?
I just think being smarter in return. Turning to the things that he has done well against lefties in previous seasons. I'll never forget. Do better than that. And yes, that ball ended up off the right center field wall. But when you hear me say stay in the big part of the field with your approach, that is the big part of the field. The big part of the field goes from right center field to left center field in any baseball stadium in America. It doesn't matter whether it's, different angles or has undulations here or angles to the wall there. Stay in the big part of the field. That's right center to left center. With your approach, you have the opportunity to do stuff like that on a hanging sweeper. That's what Riley has to do. And sometimes that's a line drive over the shortstop's head. Sometimes it's a ground ball up the middle. But if you do that, you'll be in the right spot.
Soft little ground ball down the third base line. Foul off the bat of Torkelson.
It's just so important.
So just reset the sight lines.
Literally just...
When you're left on left especially.
Yes. Yes, and you'll see some left-handed hitters. Now, I was a switch hitter, so I don't have necessarily a lot of experience about that. But, guys who handle left-handed hitters well, they will totally reset their eye line, not just to the big part of the field. They'll get very specific with it and try to, hit a ball over the shortstop's head, line drive over the shortstop's head. Anything else that happens outside of that, I'm fine with. But if I stay there in my practice, I stay there in my sight lines, in my approach, I can handle all the pitches and all the different velocities and shapes that I'm going to get from a left-handed pitcher.
That's why we saw a ground ball to the left side on the homestand, and it had been a while since we'd seen that from Riley Green. It was almost like, okay,
good, take it.
It was a ground ball, and you're going to try to get that ball off the ground, but that's a good starting point.
Absolutely.
Sweeper away, 1-1 on Torkelson. Tigers down 4, trying to do something about it in the 6th inning, and maybe that one swing, might get Riley Green going against lefties. This is a lefty who has buried lefties, as we said. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Splitter away, sidearm splitter.
You definitely don't see many of those.
No. Righties have only hit .220 against this lefty with some power. Torkelson waiting on a 1-2 on the way. Tried another splitter. Torque won't chase that. Walking a strikeout against the starter Gomez. 9th inning home run last night off the foul pole was his 26th of the year. Just single up the middle, keep the line moving, get another run on the board. 2-2, swinging a foul. Sinker well located down.
Yeah, that's that borderline strike down, 50-50. Torque did a nice job of firing on that pitch, getting a piece of it.
Gilbert on the first base side of the rubber against Riley Green. On the third base side of the rubber against Torkelson. The 2-2. Swinging a foul. Busted the fastball in. Don't see it very often. We've seen it. One of the pitches that I can remember moving from the first base side, third base side, depending on righty-lefty.
That's old school stuff right there. I mean, he's had some kind of influence in his career that's got a little old school flavor to it. You don't see guys move around very often.
Again, the 2-2. Away. Wanted the call, but that was well off the plate. 7th pitch of the at-bat is ball 3. Again, not a premium strike thrower with a walk rate near 5 in his 36 innings. Torque will make it throw him a strike. I think you might see another splitter right here. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, he chased the cutter up and away.
And it was a cutter that did nothing. You could tell that probably had cutter spin on it. And Torque recognized it, felt like it was going to get back, and it stayed right where it started, which was about 3 balls off. It's so difficult. That backup breaking ball, even the little cutter that has a little bit different spin than a fastball.
It had to look good.
You expect it to do what it's supposed to do, then it doesn't.
Lince Perez takes fastball middle, strike one. 5-1 Chicago. We're in the sixth. Torque wanted to just drive that to the right center field gap. Had to look good, though. Just kind of spinning up and away to strike one. Sweeper misses, not by much. Perez are the only RBI of the night, a sacrifice fly in the fourth inning. Means at second base with 2 outs. Single will almost surely score him. The 1-1. Oh, no. Sweeper, 2 balls with off the plate away. It started off the plate, never got to home plate. Strike 2.
No.
Wow.
And that
can't be a strike.
And that's one of those, even though you're in this situation, do not start swinging at that. We said that last night. Do not start swinging at these balls out of the zone. Because if you expand there, you'll expand one more ball off.
1-2, fly ball right field. Talkman has it in range, goes back to his left, makes the catch. Tigers get a 1-out Riley Green double. He's stranded at second base. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. 5-1 Chicago. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Save a good deal more on fresh family favorites this week at Meijer. Locally grown blueberries are 3 pints for $5. Fresh from Meijer Family Pack chicken drumsticks are $1.29 per pound. Select Kellogg's cereal, 3 for $6 when you buy 3 or more. And select Coca-Cola, Pepsi, 7-Up, or Dr. Pepper 12-pack cans are buy 2, get 1 free. Plus deposit where applicable. Getting a good deal more on the quality foods your family loves and deserves. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
For 95 years, in communities across the globe, Gallagher's Insurance, Risk Management, and Consulting Solutions have helped businesses face their future with confidence. Whether your business is across the street or around the world, we are ready to help you through any challenge. As a proud partner of the Detroit Tigers, we want to do the same for the city of Detroit and all of Michigan. We're dedicated to building confidence together with you. To learn more, visit ajg.com. Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant.
Keep your summer fun going in the best-selling Toyota Tacoma. Now through September 2nd, get 1.99 APR financing plus $500 APR cash on all remaining new 24 gas-powered Tacomas. And while supplies last, you can lease a new 24 Tacoma SR5 double cab 4x4 for just $219 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Michigan's corn farmers innovate every year to protect our environment while providing food, fuel, and fiber. Find out more at micorn.org.
White Sox. At the bottom of the sixth inning, Brant Herder on the mound. Tigers have TBA for their starter tomorrow. Tonight's game is going to kind of determine how that might go. Boy, all of a sudden the last Diaz strike zone is really big. Pretty strong and accurate through 4. And now big misses are getting called strikes. Swing and a miss. And it changes at bats. Changed that Wenzel Perez at bat. Changed the at bat for Curtis Mead.
Yeah.
No bigger count difference. You hear it every year probably, but it's true. Swing and a foul. When the miss is on 1-1, there's no bigger difference in production than between a 2-1 pitch or a 1-2 pitch. It's light years apart.
Yeah.
Curtis Mead at the plate, the 1-2. Big fastball miss. High and away. Boy, Jack Flaherty strong through 4 in the final line. Well, it's, again, 2 disappointing starts in a row. The 2-2. Swinging a foul to the screen against an undermanned Twins team. And tonight against the Chicago team, yeah, they've been better last 20 games or so. But still, it felt like a good matchup for him. It had been a good matchup earlier in the year twice. 4 1/3, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Final line brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Ground ball deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Sweeney from a knee. Throws won't be able to get. Meade at first. Good diving stop, but an infield single for Curtis Meade.
Yeah, good job of getting to that ball from Sweeney. Stretched that big frame out, laid out on the ground. Had a little trouble getting back up. I think the glove was just kind of rolled up under him a little bit. Threw from a knee, one hop to toward Meade, average runner. But it just, he wasn't going to get him anyway from there. That's an infield single for Curtis Meade.
9 hits, all singles for the White Sox. They put together 6 singles and 3 walks last inning. 2 walks last inning to score their 5 runs. Cody Hoyer getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. One of the new additions just called up from Toledo. Little flip over to first to drive Meade back. He's stolen 5 in 6 attempts between his time in Tampa. He's only been with the White Sox for a couple of weeks. First base coach Jason Bourgeois over to whisper in his ear after he goes back to the base. Justin Jersley, son of Mike Jersley, is the third base coach. Tauchman taps it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 for 3 for Tauchman tonight. Left-handed batter again having a solid season. There's some extra base pop in this bat. Bends at the waist toward the plate, extends the hands away from the left shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. Fastball up and in. It really is something, Bobby, that this command artist, it wasn't just strike throwing, it was command.
Yeah.
Is still searching for that delivery that led to such great strike throwing last year. 2-1, sweeper low. What are some of the things you think about when you see lefties or righties, arm side misses again and again, but big misses?
Well, a lot of times when your arm's late through your path, you're searching for that good release point, and you'll have the two-way miss. You'll hit the arm side miss.
Another miss up and in a walk. Third walk for Brand Herder. He's only faced 6 batters. Couple of men on, nobody out in the 6th inning. Sox leading 5-1.
You know, and then to compensate, okay, I've missed arm side. I've missed high arm side 2 or 3 times. Let me hurry up and speed up my delivery. So then your arm is too quick through the zone, and now you get the glove side spike.
Brand Herder faced 6 batters, 3 walks, 1 single. That's the end of his night. A.J. Hinch takes the ball. Cody Hoyer is coming on. Tigers down by 4 in the 6th inning while they make the change. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
This is your sign to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 when you order online from Little Caesars. It's fate that you're hearing about this delicious crust sprinkled with Parmesan. And the universe wants you to know there's over a dozen toppings to choose from. Order online with promo code JustCrustUs to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 for a limited time. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Offer available for a limited time online only and at participating Little Caesars stores. Enter promo code JustCrustUs online or via the Little Caesars app at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. See our website or app for more information.
Man, this Ford Escape is sweet. Smooth ride, killer tech. It's like driving a game winner.
See, that's because I got it from my local Ford dealer. Deal of the season, kid.
Seriously? Yeah. How'd you pull that off?
Well, simple. Next time you're there, look them in the eye and say, Big Al sent you.
What do I get, the Big Al discount or something?
Better than that, you get treated like a legend.
Well then, mind if we swing by our neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer right now?
Now you're talking. Let's go!
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus, less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On Tigers game days, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss to enjoy at home during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
Just the 4th home run of the year for Edgar Carroll. Back to a 4-run lead for the White Sox, 7-3.
Carroll got a fastball in right there, didn't miss it. Looked like a pretty good pitch. But it was up, and it was inner third. And he turned and burned on that one, hit it into the Tiger bullpen.
First extra base hit of the night for the White Sox. And home run power that has led their surge offensively for the last 3 weeks, last 22 games. Swinging a pop-up off the bat of Meade on the slider. Torkelson will come in, make the catch on the grass to the right of the mound. For the second out here in the 7th inning, 7-3 Sox. Lineup turns over one more time for Mike Tuchman. We're talking about tomorrow's starter being TBA, and A.J. Hinch basically said how this game plays out will affect what they do tomorrow. They could call somebody up from the minor leagues. He talked about the availability of both Brant Herter and or Troy Melton tomorrow. And if just one of the two is available, do they use an opener for Melton, say? I mean, Herter is certainly out of the mix, you would think, after a 30-pitch outing. Tuchman takes a pitch now, 1-0, grounded foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Keeping an eye on Sawyer Gibson Long. He last pitched on August the 6th, and he went 4 innings in a rehab outing. He's had 2 good outings. Remember, he had a bad outing, was kind of shut down a little bit. He skipped the start, the neck was bothering him, and then he's pitched very well in 2 outings since, so he could be an option, you would think. We'll find out after the game who gets the start. Everybody just being pushed back a day. That's the reason for the TBA tomorrow. The 1-2. Check swing, appeal to third, did not go. Mike Estabrook says it's 2-2. And that means Tarek Skubal will start game 1 in Minnesota against the Twins. Twins got beat up by the Yankees tonight, 9-1. Their offense had been really clicking after the trade deadline. 2-2. Swinging a foul. They were surprisingly tough in Detroit. And you just wonder, I mean, sometimes you take opponent lightly, but you just saw them trade away 10 regulars or 11 regulars, whatever it was.
You could galvanize a team, Dan, too.
Ground ball, base hit into right. Fastball, inner third, hit hard. Yeah, star players get lost sometimes and teams rise up.
You know, and you don't know what
guys getting a chance. Yep. They're taking the most of it.
That's it.
That'll be the end of the night for Cody Hoyer. He faced 9 batters, gave up a couple of hits, walked a batter. Tigers going to their bullpen down 7-3 in the 7th, trying to keep this deficit at 4. And while they make the change, we'll pause with these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
all we do is win.
Enjoy hot deals on Meyer brand back-to-school must-haves all season long. Save on breakfast favorites like Meyer Toasted Oats Honey Nut Cereal, select varieties of Meyer pastry treats, Meyer Sweet and Salty Granola Bars, and Meyer Applesauce, each for only $1.79. Save on lunchtime essentials like Meyer Peanut Butter, Meyer Grape Jelly, and Meyer Round Top Bread, just $1.39 each. Saving a good deal more on your favorite Meyer brand must-haves is a good deal better all season long. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Tiger pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Tommy Kahnle takes over on the mound. "49th appearance of the year for Tommy Kahnle. Still trying to find the feel on the changeup. Lenin Sosa takes a changeup up and in.
Yeah, Kahnle worked yesterday, clean inning.
The 1-0.
I take that back. Tommy did not pitch yesterday. That was against the Angels. It was not a clean inning. It was an inning, 2 hits, allowed a run, no strikeouts, no walks. You know the deal. Change up. He's still trying to find it, like Dan said.
Change-up strike on the inside corner as we watch on our monitors, looking just for that movement profile. Down and in to a righty, down away from a lefty. He threw a couple of those against the Angels, but just need to see more of that. Line drive down the left field line, hooking foul, but that's the kind of swing we have seen against a changeup a lot, and that is, it's just up, and it feels like it's on a tee for hitters right now.
Yeah, it's just not doing anything, and you know the struggles have been chronicled. Searching for that feel. When he's right, he can manipulate the baseball and make it go both down and in to a lefty and down and away from a left-handed hitter, down and into a righty. But right now, it's doing neither.
1-2, fastball fouled out of play. The trouble started really before the outing in Washington, where he gave up 5 runs without recording an out. It really goes back to an outing against the Twins in a win in late June. And now it's 12 innings of work, 20 runs on 22 hits, plus 11 walks, 33 base runners in his last 12 innings. The 1-2. Big miss with a fastball, falls off the mound to the first base side. Checks the landing spot. 2 outs, a man on. Tigers down 4. Important to keep the deficit at 4. Always feels different when you have the possibility of one swing of the bat, tying the game up. Edgar Caro, the DH tonight, just his 4th home run of the year off of Cody Hoyer. Turn a 6-3 lead into a 7-3 lead. Now Tommy Kahnle tasked with getting the final out here in the 7th inning. The 2-2 on the way. Line drive to left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Change up. Sosa singles to left field. His first hit of the night after 3 strikeouts and a fly ball.
Yeah,
Parkman stops at second base.
You know, Dan, we talked about this quite a bit, and we know the only way for Tommy Kahnle to find his best pitch is to throw his best pitch, but he's got an opportunity right there with 2 strikes. Maybe surprise him. He throws 1% sliders. Maybe you surprise him with a slider, try that. Maybe fastball elevated up. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I think it's just about competing and finding a way to get out of these innings.
Fastball, swing and a miss. I mean, it feels like maybe throw the fastball more. We've talked about that all year.
Something.
But it doesn't feel like that's ever going to change. Yanked a changeup down and in, checks the landing spot again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 7-3 Chicago. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-1. Line drive on 1 hop to first, fielded by Torkelson. He'll cross the bag with his left foot Wilson Montgomery grounds out. A run for the Sox on the Carroll home run. We head to the 8th inning. Tigers down 4-7-3 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC.
At Comerica Bank, we're all about helping small businesses grow with the right tools. One way we support our clients is by providing free advertising, like we do for Baker's Bible and Bookstore, a pillar of the metro community for over 32 years. Open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Mention this ad and get a free imprint on a Bible or book purchased. Grow your small business with free advertising and more at comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
America's favorite place to watch sports just got even better. It's Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports fans, you can catch all the action from all your favorite sports at a viewing experience built for the ultimate sports fan. Relax in one of the 6 pools on 3 levels. Perfect views of the massive big screen, just like the front row seat at the ballpark. Located at Circa Resort and Casino in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Stadium Swim. Book your spot today at circalasvegas.com. That's circalasvegas.com.
It's baseball season, and you know what that means? It's Faygo time. Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo. Faygo, the one true pop. Faygo is a proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Spencer Torkelson leads off. Tigers need base runners. They are down 4 in the 8th inning. Torque swings, fouls it out of play. Mike Vassell in his 2nd inning of work. After the home run from Dingler, came on to get the 3 outs in the 7th inning. Gave up a line drive single, infield single that went off second base. Slider, swing and a miss, sharp cutter. Make it down and away. That's sharp laid break. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Sweeper looks like the cutter. It's 4 miles an hour slower, and it wipes out Torkelson for the first out here in the 8th inning. A walk and 3 punch outs for Torque tonight.
Tough combination right there. It throws that
Very
cutter.
tough.
And then he throws that sweeper right behind it.
He breaks out the curveball. This is a starter's repertoire of how he's using it tonight. The strike 1, fastball up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We told you 2 and 4 seams fastball, sweeper, changeup, curveball, and the cutter. He's used them all.
Check swing, went too far. As Diaz says so. That's why they use him as they do a few starts, but regularly goes 2 and 3 innings at a time out of the bullpen. And again, a very valuable piece for manager Mike Venable. Will Venable.
Him too.
Perez stepped out, sets back in. Tigers need base runners, down 4. The 1-2. Breaking ball backs Perez away, batting lefty against the righty. 8th inning brought to you by Hatfield Foods. Better care, better pork. Wenzel's 0 for 2 tonight. Sacrifice fly in his middle trip to the plate. The 2-2. Fouled out of play deep down the left field line. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. 7-3 White Sox are in the 8th. The pitch, swing and a foul straight back. afternoon game tomorrow to close out this series before the Tigers head on to Minnesota for 4 with the Minnesota Twins. Again, TBA for the Tigers tomorrow. We do know Shane Smith will start for the Chicago White Sox. Be his 21st start of the year. He's had a solid season. Ground ball softly to first base. Nice big hop for Vargas to the bag. Tags it with his right foot ahead of Perez. 2 up and 2 down. 8th inning. The Chicago bullpen has been tremendous. It's rare to see a turnaround on a team that's, 33 games below the 500 mark going into play today, and started with a bullpen ERA that was just below 5 through 2 months. It really is rare, especially when starters aren't giving you many innings.
Yeah. No, this bullpen's had a lot of run lately because the starters haven't been giving them much.
To see a bullpen shouldering a heavy workload and getting better as the season goes on. Ibanez takes ball 1, but a 3.20 ERA covering 255 innings from the beginning of June going into this series with the Tigers. They don't give up many hits. They don't give up many home runs. Ground ball to short and very consistent. Montgomery will field and flip over to Vargas at first on the ground ball to short. 1-2-3, 8th inning for Vassell and the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-3 Chicago. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Summer's heating up. Baseball fans, don't wait till it's 90 degrees in your house or the power's out. Call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical to upgrade your system now and save up to $1,000 on a new air conditioner, furnace, or generator. Save up to $1,000 with this summer special. Don't strike out on comfort. Call for details and schedule your free in-home estimate. Mastercraft, honest work and same-day service when you call before noon. Visit mastercraftheating.com. That's mastercraftheating.com.
Hi, Matt Garko here with Bill Brown Ford in Livonia. Don't miss the Ford Summer Sales event going on right now. You know what they say, timing is everything. And right now is the best time to lease at Bill Brown Ford because we have the very best lease prices of the year. But don't wait too long because just like summer, the Ford Summer Sales event will be gone before you know it. Stop by the dealership on Plymouth Road and find out why you'll do better at Bill Brown Ford or visit us online at BillBrownFord.com. That's BillBrownFord.com.
Tiger fans, get in the game and save August 14th through August 20th at Dunham Sports' huge tent sale in Waterford, located at 5000 Dixie Highway. You'll find thousands of items for sale, like Denali 19-inch outdoor fire pit from Black Sierra for a low price of $89.99. Also on Tuesday, August 19th, from 11:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., come out and meet Detroit Tigers player Trey Sweeney. He'll be signing autographs in the tent to benefit Gloves for Kids. Our big names bring you in, our low prices bring you back. So get in the game and save at Dunham Sports in Waterford.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valeni here. If you're looking for a great trip to plan, go do something fun, how about Vegas? The D.com, the D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Inning 7-3 Chicago. Tommy Kahnle got the last out of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning, Luis Robert Jr., Michael A. Taylor, Miguel Vargas to face Tommy Kahnle. Tommy Kahnle needs just a clean inning. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Luis Robert Jr. swings, pops it up, foul, and into the glove of Spencer Torkelson right at the top railing. That ball came back nicely. Looked like it was going to the seats. Going into the seats and ends up in the glove. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Good job by Torque right there, not being too
Really
hasty
nice.
to get to the rail. Went over there under control, knowing that ball was going to, the spin on it should bring it back to him, and it did.
Taylor came into the game as a pinch runner in the 6th inning for Benintendi. Tigers had a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 base runners through 4 innings, and then in the space of 22 batters, 14 base runners in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. 5 runs in the 6th inning, single runs the last 2 innings. Taylor swings, pops it up foul, slices deep into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. 7-game road trip. Started with a 2-1 win last night. Barring a miracle finish tonight, Tomorrow looks like the rubber game of this 3-game set. And then 4 of the Minnesota Twins in Minneapolis this weekend. Canely works from the stretch, first base side, the 1-1. Fastball off the glove of Dylan Dingler, 2-1. Outfield plays Taylor to go the opposite way. Nice bounce back season after nice 2023, really rough season last year. Solid numbers with the Sox. No batting average, but he can draw a walk. He's hitting with nice power. Changeup misses big, up and in, almost hits Taylor. Crowd boos, but that's just right now the command of Tommy Canely. The 3-1 off the plate away. Sixth walk of the night issued by Tigers pitchers. Flaherty 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Now relievers 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Bobby, just to, we've certainly talked enough about the Canely issues, but the Brand Herder walks right now are a bit of a concern. 3 walks in his 2/3 of an inning tonight. Change-up strike. They really need him. I mean, he has that potential to be dominant in multiple inning outings.
Well, we saw it last year. I mean, he was one of the go-to guys out of that pen when that bullpen door swung open in a variety of roles.
And now, given the big misses, change up in the dirt, and that's a nice backhand by Dylan Dingler, 1-1 on Miguel Vargas. Given the big misses, it becomes hard for AJ to bring him into a game with a lead.
Listen, this is at any level of baseball. When that bullpen door swings open, you need someone that's going to throw strikes. You can't defend the walks. Free bases kill you in this game, and when you get walks out of the guys that usually are dependable in the bullpen, it's really difficult to overcome.
Oof. Another big miss. 2 big misses. On the changeup, 2-1 on Vargas. 7-3 Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning. And there's no bigger issue for this Tigers team right now. Again, 69-51 coming into play. They've recovered from their losing 12 out of 13 by winning 9 of their last 14, 9-5. But the issue of the bullpen looms large over this team right now. It really does.
It's a thing. It's a thing, and a fix needs to come quickly. Someone's going to have to take the bull by the horns down there and decide they're going to throw the ball over the plate. Give the manager some options.
3-1, another big miss. Change up and in, back-to-back walks. With 1 out here in the 8th inning, but at this moment, I mean, there have been times last year, certainly toward the end, just about anybody in that bullpen could be called upon to protect a lead late. Or to pitch in a close game, say, down a run. And right now, when you think of this Tigers bullpen in terms of who AJ is going to lean on and will call upon to protect a lead late, it's Will Vest, it's Kyle Finnegan, it's Tyler Holton, and I mean, Troy Melton absolutely, to me, could be in that mix, but he's new to the bullpen.
You're asking a lot of a guy who has under 10 outings, under 5 outings in the major leagues. Big stuff. We like the fastball. We love the breaking stuff, the slider. Love the makeup of the guy. You know, he's pitched in a variety of roles already in his few outings in the big leagues. He's started. He's come in, you know, with a dirty inning. He's come in, you know, and pitched multiple innings out of the bullpen. But you are asking a ton of a young man just getting his feet wet. And his feet aren't even wet. He's still taking his socks off in the big leagues. Okay? So you're asking a lot of that. One of these guys, one of the Canely, Herder, Montero, Hoyer groups got to step up. And
a couple have to step up.
There's opportunity here for me to cement myself as a valuable member of this pen. I got to take it right now and figure out a way to execute pitch after pitch.
Change up low and away to Kyle Teal. Because really, you're down to 3 right now for A.J. Hinch. We both believe that Troy Melton could be a piece to protect leads late, but it's really early to say that.
And Dan, here's the reality of the situation. That guy may not be on this roster right now. He might be in Toledo.
Yep. 1-1. Change up bounces and goes off the glove of Dylan Dingler. 2-1, the count on Kyle Teal. Brand Herter threw 30 pitches tonight, only 13 of them for strikes. Tommy Kahnle has thrown 24 pitches, only 11 of them have been strikes. Two and one, the count on Kyle Teal. Second and third after the wild pitch. Infield in tight. 2-1, swing and a miss.
I mean, we look back fondly on the pitching chaos of 2024. But the only reason the pitching chaos of 2024 worked because you know whoever you called upon when that bullpen door opened was going to throw strikes. And execute quality strikes. Not just throw it down the middle and hope for the best.
2-2, swing and a miss. Change up down. Would have been ball three. Teal swung and missed. Second out. Allows the infield to back up. Ibanez will stay in tight for Edgar Carroll.
That was a good change up down from Tommy Kahnle. That had a little bite and downward action to it.
Tigers pitchers have still, right there with Seattle last 2 years, 1-2 in first pitch strikes. They lead the league in first pitch strikes this year. Ground ball, base hit into left field. That will score two. Taylor is in. Vargas behind him. 9-3 Chicago. Edgar Carroll with his second and third RBIs of the night.
There's a changeup that was down and away from Carroll. Just not a lot of action on it. He's able to barrel that thing and drive it through the left side of the infield.
Brings up Curtis Mead. Fastball up and in. Gets the called strike. Changeup almost hit him up and in. Crowd oohs and ahs. But it's a changeup. Up and in.
86 miles an hour.
This is Tommy Kahnle's inning. There's nobody throwing. And it has to be. Line drive foul. AJ, it could be a bullpen day tomorrow, and he can't afford to go to anybody else in his bullpen. He's not going to use anybody out there tonight. Unless this becomes a 40-pitch inning, Tommy Kahnle's got to figure out a way to get this final out. Curtis Mead at the plate. The count is 1-2, 9-3 Sox. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, well back first base side.
No, Dan, you're exactly right. I mean, there's no one throwing, there's no one stretching. This is Tommy Kahnle. He's got to figure out a way to get out of this inning because just of exactly what you said. You got to preserve some other pitching for tomorrow.
1-2, fastball check swing. Did he go? He did not. That was a pretty big miss, up and away. Nine runs on 13 hits for the Sox. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers. Line drive foul. That changeup was up and Mead was on it. He's hit 2 hard line drives fouled on the left field line. Walk, wild pitch, single. 2 runs for the White Sox. They've scored in the 5 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 here in the 8th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup well out of the strike zone. Mead strikes out. 2 runs on the Carroll single. We go to the 9th inning. 9-3 Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Our firm has helped recover over $3.5 billion by fighting and winning one case at a time for over 50 years. We listen, fight for what you deserve, and you don't pay until we win. Because nobody fights fights harder. There are over 3.5 billion reasons to get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hey Tigers fans, the Michigan Lottery has something new to sing about. Introducing the Detroit Tigers games. A Tigers instant ticket, pull tab, and 2 online games.
Buy me some Tigers games, wish me luck.
Maybe I'll win $500,000.
Enjoy your favorite pastime and a chance to strike it rich.
So let's root for the Tigers.
With 1, 2, 3 new ways to play. The new Detroit Tigers games, only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Meyer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Comerica Bank, only one bank has been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. Last shot for the Tigers. Mike Vassell still on the mound. He's trying to close this one out. Got a couple of saves this year. Again, this is a guy who works multiple innings at a time. He does have a traditional 1-inning save. Also in a save where he got 5 outs. And Dylan Dingler takes pitch up and in, ball 1. If he completes this game, it will be a 3-inning save. Swinging a foul out of play. Dingler's reached 3 times tonight. He's been hit by a pitch, reached on an error, hit a 2-run home run with an assist from Luis Robert Jr. Fastball outer third, deep to right. I think you're right. He did jump just too early, didn't he?
He assumed the fence was a little bit closer than he thought it was.
We just saw a replay on our FanDuel Sports Monitor. The 1-2. Oof. Emergency hack, swinging a tap foul, and it's catcher's interference. And for the second time tonight, Dylan Dingler reaches. This will go E2. Reaches on an error. The catcher knew.
Catcher knew. He did.
Dylan Dingler, late emergency hack. You almost can't blame Teal for that because the swing was so late.
As soon as he swung at it, Dingler looked back and acknowledged his member of the catching union. You all right, brother?
Jake Rogers pops one up, and that will drop into center field. Dylan Dingler scoots over to third. Jake Rogers pinch hitting for Javi Baez. Little pop fly single.
Little jam shot right there on the sinker. Jake will take it. Take him high you can get him. 2 men on here at top 9.
I love Dylan Dingler going first to third there. I mean, that's what the Tigers do, but a lot of times you see a team down 6. It's like, I'll just check in at second, move up 90 feet. No, keep running. Keith takes fastball up and away. First 2 on, Tigers down 6.
What do they say, Dan? How you do one thing's how you do everything. Just keep playing right, playing baseball the right way.
Yep.
Somewhere down the line, you'll get rewarded for it. May not be tonight, may not be tomorrow, but you do stuff right. Do it the right way all the time.
Keith takes swing back fastball. That starts off the plate to a lefty and then snaps back onto the inner third for Colt Keith. Or really, I should say, for the pitcher, Mike Vassell. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on to start the 9th inning. Tigers down 6. 1 for 4 for Keith tonight. Breaking ball down and in. Jake Rogers takes second on defensive indifference. And again, that's what you do. They're going to give you second base, take the force away. Single could quickly make it a 9-5 game. 2-1. Getting the swing back. You don't see a lot of righties being able to execute that pitch. He's just executed it twice. Very well.
No, you don't. It's a difficult pitch. It's difficult for guys to get 4-seamers in there, glove side, much less execute the comeback fastball.
2-2. Emergency swing for Colt Keith. Sinker on the outer half was running off the plate, and he had to make a quick decision. Fouled it off third base side. He'll see at least 5 pitches in this trip to the plate. Pretty efficient outing for Vassell. He's only thrown 39 pitches so far. Keith would like a little bit of sticky stuff for his grip, or does he need a new bat? Nope, needs a new bat.
It must have broke it on that swing.
Gleyber Torres waiting on deck. Tigers need several more base runners before things will get interesting, but at least they have started this ninth inning with a couple of men on. Two in scoring position. Cole Keith has his new bat. He digs back in, taps the outside part of home plate. Couple of cuts, upright stance. Hands tight to the left shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. The 2-2. Long slicing foul down the left field line. Almost home run distance. Count remains 1-2. Tigers could not do anything against the starter, Wednes Gomez. 2-2. Soft little tap foul. He's doing a nice job wasting some pitches.
Not giving any of these at-bats away. You know, I mean, it could be real easy to mail this one in. He's not doing it. That's not who Colt Keith is. That's not who this Tiger offense is.
Now fly ball deep to right center field. This one's way back in right center, and that ball is gone. Colt Keith, towering fly ball deep to right center field. 3-run shot, and things begin to get interesting here in Chicago. Tigers have scored 3, down 9-6, and there's nobody out.
That swing was lightning quick and short from Colt Keith. Sinker up, top of the zone, borderline ball. Just Tomahawk City, get on top of it. And he hit that ball a ton out to right center field.
Wow.
Good swing from Colt Keith.
That's a swing.
And that's going to bring, that 3-run home run's going to bring
Ethan Katz out and gets Jordan Leisure up and throwing. That's a hurry-up call. He was not throwing. We talked about Cole Keith earlier. I mean, he's been concentrating on just, I don't know, it just kind of, he works so hard at it, and there's been little ups and downs, but you look up and there's a guy with a 770 OPS, and he's hitting 260, and he hits line drives. It's a sweet swing. He's going about the power the right way. That's home run number 10.
Yep.
Torres takes strike 1. Cutter misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9-6. Boy, those 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-1. Cutter on the outside edge. That looks like a slider. He's thrown at 88. That was 85. 1-2 on Gleyber Torres. The 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play. Fastball at the belt. Jones waiting on deck. Riley Green would follow. 2 base runners, and suddenly you will have the tying run at the plate. The 1-2. Good take. Cutter away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 3 runs in the 9th inning. 2-2. Ground ball softly to short. Montgomery will charge, stick that glove outfield, and flip. 1 out, 9th inning. 1 for 5 night for Gleyber Torres. Brings up Jahmai Jones, Green on deck. So now Jones, if Jones and Green reach, it'll be Torkelson standing at home plate as a potential tying run. Leisure is a right-hander, swinging a miss. Slider away from Jahmai Jones, chased. A little anxious, strike 1.
Listen, it happened pretty quick. Blink of an eye. Next thing you know, Tigers are right back in this thing. Got to restart it again. Just one out here. Don't give any of these at-bats away.
Strike one. Carter's swinging to miss. He's swung at 2 out of the strike zone. 0-2. Throw another one. Hang one. Jahmai Jones can hit the ball hard. Most of his at-bats have been against lefties.
Yep.
Hang a break. The 0-2. Soft little tapper to third. Charging Meade. He'll flip to first. Got him. Bang, bang. At the base. Meade looked like he'd taken too long.
Now the question is, Jahmai Jones, whether he's safe or out. Looks like he's not feeling too good down the first base line.
Tigers will challenge.
He's walking gingerly back towards Tiger trainer Chris McDonald right now.
He's out. First replay is pretty clear. Instant replay. Brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. Meade looked like he was taking his time to get his feet set. Took a couple of extra steps. First look on our FanDuel monitor. He's out.
Yeah.
Foot's about 3 inches off the base when the ball hits the pocket of the glove of Meade. Good stretch by Meade. And as you said, Jones lunged for the base, and he is making his way very slowly.
It has been confirmed. The runner's out. Detroit loses the challenge.
Man, it's too bad. Well, he's not too gingerly back to the dugout. The limp isn't too pronounced, but clearly was feeling something. Let's just hope it's I don't like the look on his face.
Yeah, that's real discomfort.
Yeah, doggone it. Tigers down to their last out. Riley Green, couple of doubles tonight, 2 for 4. Torque waiting on deck. Tigers down 9-6. First pitch. Curveball misses low and in. Leisure obviously ready in the White Sox bullpen. The 1-0. Swinging a pop-up and safely into the netting above the White Sox dugout on the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. An error, a single, a little bloop. Towering high fly ball home run for Cole Keith. That's how the inning started. Now 2 ground balls. Bassel trying to get the final out. The 1-1. Curveball down and in, swing and a miss, 1-2.
You see why they like Bassel a little bit. There's some stuff to work with here. He's got some sharp breaking stuff. Fastball's got some life to it.
The 1-2, got him. Oh, man, curveball on the back door, perfect pitch. Didn't get the call from Laz Diaz. Ooh. The game should be over. The 2-2, check swing. Did he go? He did not. On the appeal to third base, Mike Estabrook says, count is 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. High, walked him, and again it looked like the catcher's heel got crossed up.
He catches those very awkwardly.
Didn't it look like he got crossed up?
It did.
It looked like he's expecting an off speed, and he's like,
Either that or the pitch just overpowered him, which you would hope that that's not the case.
Not at 95.
Right.
End of the night for Vassell. Tigers still need 1 more base runner, down 3 in the 9th. Torkelson's due up. Leisure's coming on. While the Sox make the change, we'll pause with these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Tiger fans, get in the game and save August 14th through August 20th at Dunham Sports' huge tent sale in Waterford, located at 5000 Dixie Highway. You'll find thousands of items for sale, like Denali 19-inch outdoor fire pit from Black Sierra for a low price of $89.99. Also on Tuesday, August 19th, from 11:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., come out and meet Detroit Tigers player Trey Sweeney. He'll be signing autographs in the tent to benefit Gloves for Kids. Our big names bring you in, our low prices bring you back. So get in the game and save at Dunham Sports in Waterford.
My name is Kim Harrison. I am a 11-year survivor from a bone marrow transplant. We grew up a sports family, and I have grandchildren that play. My goal was just to do everything I could to heal because I want to be there for them. I recommend people never give up because there's always hope. 11 years later, I got the vaccine.
Take a second for the right team at carmanis.org/second opinion or call 1-800-CARMANIS.
Jason Benetti, TV voice of the Tigers here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking. The catcher's a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options: Basic, Advantage, and Premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Jordan Leisure's on the mound, 49th appearance, trying for his 4th save. 4.20 ERA in his 45 innings. Big power arm, lots of swing and miss. Torkelson at the plate, first pitch, slider low and away.
Yeah, 4-seam slider for Leisure. 96 on the average fastball.
Been pretty hittable this year. The 1-0, swing and a miss, tight slider, 88 at the knees. Righties have hit 220 with power, lefties have hit 240 with power, big power. Torkelson waiting on a 1-1, had a tough night, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Fastball strike 2, 97, perfect spot.
Tough down and away from Torque right there, 97 miles an hour. Good heater, good carry through the zone.
Big righty from the stretch. The 1-2, whoa, fastball up and in. 97. Torque reaches. Wenzel Perez would get to bat as a potential tying run. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Slider gets Torkelson. Tigers get 3 on the Keith home run, but the Sox even up the series. Our final score, the Chicago White Sox 9, the Detroit Tigers 6.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional